Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Elendor Chronicles, brought to you by the Component Cast. Now, before we get on with this week, as always, we need to do a few little announcements and ad reads. The first one is actually from us. So, the two things that we want to poke around at this week is the fact that our YouTube channel is up and running, and episode 1.5 is available on the YouTube channel. If you missed the last episode, or you want another way to watch and interact, go check out our YouTube channel. I believe there is a link in the panel. If not, I will throw one in chat very, very soon. Other than that, the other one from us is we have a Patreon page set up. If you like the Component Cast and you want to support what we do and help us expand and grow, it's the best way to do so. You can give as little as $1 a month, and it will go somewhere to developing this as a show. Find out more in the panels below. On to our normal grouping of things. We have Music D20. Music D20 are an independent composition team that aim to bring your TTRPG table to life. Their entire catalog, including looping tracks, are available for their $4 a month patrons, so you can go check them out in our panels below. You can actually hear their tracks right now, they're playing. And finally is Syrinscape. Thanks to Syrinscape again for the amazing atmospheres that they bring to the table. You can add sounds that you will hear through our campaigns and more to your own games when you download the Syrinscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 20 sound sets to get you started. Go to syrinscape.com or follow the link in our panels to find out more. Other than that, one final announcement is currently we have no Minty tonight. We will be continuing without him, and he may or may not turn up. We don't know. But without further ado, let us begin with tonight's show. We stand together, foes, friends, and unaligned, to set right a world for the mortal kind. At this, the apogee of all the bloodshed, this great summit where fate hangs her solemn head, it is up to I to duly justify what will happen to those from heaven high, from down below in plains of such hatred, from fire, earth, air, and water created, those of fey and bewildering wilds, even to us, which divinity doth smile. So I put to you, the immortal titans vanquished, I say leave with honor, or be banished. For those that leave with their heads held in dignity may stake their hold on mortals willingly, placing their faith in your sublimity. Yet those that refute my generous overture, those who would see to destroy mortal love, art, culture, their freedom to choose, fight, fail, laugh, and grow, I shall strike them down with a banishing blow. Those that shall not heed this decree for warning will find their flock in despair, mourning the loss of their god, for I will cast out that rebellious soul without a doubt. Your time is over. All is said and done. The war is past us and the battle won. So, hear my decree, or forget your litany, for now is an age of true brilliancy. The past is the past. Your dominion is all but your. Now is the time for Elendor. In something you'll be able to see, there's an announcement I forgot to make. We have our art complete. Below me, you can see a cycle through of the characters and their stats. We are very excited. I'm sure that the cast members will be throwing that out on the on their various social medias tonight and on their Discord, so you can get a good look. But yeah, we have character art. I love it. It's great. Also, let's get some. Let's get some sound effects going on.
Can we get a shout out for the artist, Mitch?
Yes, of course.
Who did it?
It is. I can't say it correctly, and I do apologize. Dibujor. There is going to be a link in the panel to that. There isn't a link in the panels below tonight because they are still working on an asset for the advert panel. I've tweeted at them on Twitter, and I will that you can. They're at DIBUJOR on Twitter. Go check them out. Lovely person, and it's been a pleasure working with them. And I look forward to working with them again. It's really awesome. The art is really, really cool. But anyway, I'm used to doing the recaps. Would anybody else in the cast like to do a recap of last week with the possibility of getting a point of inspiration? Stunned silence as I drop that on them.
Nobody jumps at that, really?
This point of inspiration is nothing to be too shabby at.
My notes for last session are absolutely terrible, so maybe for next time I'll do it.
I'll give it a go since you all are so afraid.
Yeah.
So last week, the session started off after we had attained the rosewood cask from underneath the sewers from the bandits that had been stealing from the Blackjack crew, specifically the leader of the Jackals gang, led by Blackjack. That's the wrong book for my notes. After that, we managed to return, and we were forced to row out into the open ocean onto Blackjack's barge in order to hand it over. And he left a point that if we ever did anything that he didn't really like, there's a good chance that we would end up on this barge, and he would just keep sailing until, we weren't there anymore. In the midst of this conversation, we got paid, and we were strongly encouraged to travel around the city ourselves, look into the other gangs, and see what work we might be able to find out while we're in the city. In the midst of doing this, Darius, because this is just the thing he wanted to do, offered, I think, 200 gold pieces and a line of credit so that Donovan, also known as Scumbag, had to be his personal servant for the near future. Something that Scumbag was not all that excited about, but I mean, I guess, 200 gold pieces, 200 gold pieces. We made our way back into the city and made our way to the Singing Dagger Inn in order to look for a place to stay where we found Darius's retainers safe and sound. We also began planning, trying to figure out what the hell we're going to do next. In the process of doing this, we ran into Greer, who we made a small delivery to, and also apparently just had some interest taken in us. He overlistened to the conversation at our table. We paid him a little bit of gold, learned more about all the gangs here in the city, including, we could just go down this entire list. We have the Jackals game, the Crimson Dragonflies, the Guard, the Labyrinth, which is apparently a neutral zone with connections to the city control, the Caramonic Syndicate, the Yellow Hat Gang, the Seven Crests, and the Danloji, all of which are their sort of own interesting representations of different forms of gangs in the city with different rackets and all sorts of useful information. At which point we began to apparently loudly debate who we should not work for before, we decided, we should probably retire to our rooms. And then we retired to our rooms after deciding that we should talk in private. We didn't talk in private. After that, some people went shopping, trying to find some supplies that they found. There were supplies of miscellaneous work for artificing, a healer's kit. Two individuals wanted to find a valuable pearl, so they made their way out. And in the process of doing this, as well as meeting a older fisher individual, one of us, who decided to split the party, was made by a member of the Seven Crests gang. And what significance of that? Oh, gee, I wonder. And I believe that's about as good a recap as you can get. I don't think I missed anything.
No, that was fantastic. A point of inspiration to you, Lake. Absolutely. Yeah, well, feel free to use that as you will. But yes, we left off with Ruby and Darius obtaining a pearl.
Minty just said his internet is down.
His internet is down. Okay. 7
hours of constant rain. They do not have internet right now. That's why he's not here.
That makes a lot of sense, to be fair. I don't know if my message will get through.
Updates in real time with a component cast.
Yeah, well of course it. Australia, the wildest country in the world, where for one moment you could be having some sort of tropical storm or natural disaster, the next invaded by spiders.
That fly. Oh yeah. And we'll kill you in a matter of 3 minutes.
His message might have had a better chance of getting to us if it was just on carrier pigeon.
But anyway, so yeah, there's a reason for Minty not being around. Yeah, but not. Right.
That's right. We are joined by the lovely cardboard cutout of Kifis' token.
we have Kifis bot, and it means I've got to try and remember how to.
You need to get those cardboard like masks and put them on like little generic bodies for.
I've got a cardboard mask of my own face. I've got many.
I know, that's what I'm referencing. Okay. I know. Mage
you know what?
legitimately
In the break, I will go grab one of those and I will show to you the horror of 18-year-old me. Long story short,
20-something you.
Yeah, and long story short, my mother's a brilliant practical joker. Decided that it would be great for my 18th that everyone invited to the there a mask of my face on when I walked through the door. There is about 50 masks of my face somewhere in the world. I've only managed to recover 18 of them. The rest are out there.
That's
anyway.
the for your life.
Suddenly it's like the equivalency of like the broken arrows for the United States.
But yes. So Ruby
Mitch
and
collects them
Darius,
all and gets a wish.
you've just retrieved a pearl from the
We paid
fisherman.
for it.
Yes, from the fisherman. But I'm going to quickly jump over to the other four of you who have just been doing some shopping as well. Is there anything else you would like to get or require before you move on to whatever it is you want to do next?
Is there supposed to be sound from Syrinscape?
There is currently.
I can hear it.
It's very
very
low.
quiet. I'm going to be changing that track anyway.
Oh, okay, it's very quiet. All right.
I've just learned not to touch it. Just let it.
just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
But yes, so Zedaar, Valmir, Zep, anything you guys want to do?
No,
I think I'm all done.
Yeah, I got one I did.
So now that you've acquired whatever it is you needed to, is there anything? What are you doing now? Where are you going as a group?
I suppose meet back up at the inn that we were at, the Singing Dagger Inn.
Yes, the Singing
So we
Dagger.
can just meet there.
Reconvene with the rest.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Fantastic. Sorry, I'm playing with my lighting because it's gotten dark all of a sudden. And Ruby and Darius, what is it that you are doing now?
I think we're going back to the tavern.
Okay, so the entire group reconvene at the tavern. It's still bustling. The one thing you've noticed about the Singing Dagger... Yeah, sure.
Can I just check to make sure we're not being followed surreptitiously?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Many of you may notice that Ruby has a sense of not caring really what's going on except with what her own focus is.
That's 10.
My lowest roll.
You don't notice anything, Darius.
And so it starts.
It has begun.
Consent.
The dice gods have finally got you to, you've gotten your own back on me. Now everything is downhill from here. So you all reconvene roughly about the same time back at the town. Maybe Darius and Ruby a little bit longer because there was a little bit of back and forth there. But you are back at the tavern. It is bustling as ever. What are you doing?
Well,
your retainers as well, Darius, are up this morning. They've gotten themselves up and a meal inside them.
I am going to be going to my room. I would ask that all of you please not go anywhere. I may have a bit of help for us to figure out what's going on, or at least in regards to this. And she'll hold up her arm and the brand, I'm assuming, or the magic brand.
Do you need any help with this? I might be able to provide some support.
If you wish, I should be able to handle it. She'll hold up a pearl.
Yeah, I understand.
And she's going to go up to her room.
Okay.
I will join.
Sure.
I guess
thing.
I'll stay in the tavern and just eat and drink and wait for them.
Did I believe it was Patrick took Scumbag to go get himself a nice pair of clothes. Like a nice, good pair of clothes. Did they come back?
They haven't come back yet, no.
They haven't come back. Okay.
The other two, obviously. What's her name? Mary? Marjorie was with you, and Drake
was cleaning things.
Yeah, he's done cleaning, and he's now getting some what looks to be some porridge oats inside him. But yes, okay. So those of you going upstairs, what is it you would like to do? Ruby, I'm guessing an identify spell.
Ruby is going to ritually cast Identify on
Okay.
the mark on her. Yep.
No problem. Let me just identify 5e. Just trying to. What you learn from it, you choose magic item.
The bottom line is the most important part.
Yeah. Instead, you touch a creature throughout the casting. You learn what spell, if any, is currently affecting it. Okay. So, the spell, as you complete your ritual, with Zep looking intently and studying you as you do, you get. You start to understand what this is. It seems to be a bastardization of Plania Binding as a spell, and rather than a plane, it's been turned to a specific area. And then on top of that, it's had added enchantments that seem to be of a violent sort. It feels like that you get the sense that there's a timer to it, and whether the timer ends or something else triggers this, the damage and destruction will take place. You've essentially been magically hit with a time bomb. It's probably the easiest way to say it. It is a. Sorry, I need to get the magic schools up. It is a pretty high level. Trying to find out what school this is. It is a high level abjuration spell, from what you can tell. But there seems to be some sort of not schooled magic with it, but it's got some nature to it, whether that's divine magic or some sort of power outside of the normal elements of the weave sort of is combining in with it.
Okay.
But you also, with that, get the idea you have roughly 2 weeks before the event would happen.
Okay.
Should it take that long?
Bad news, and worse news.
Yeah, what have you learned?
Let's get everybody together. Easy to explain it to everybody instead of one at a time.
I will go and get them. I'll go and get them.
Sure. Zep, you run down the stairs. Everybody else, are you having a drink? What were we doing? We're just kind of waiting for these guys to come back.
Yeah, just drinking. Nothing special.
Sure.
T-posing in the corner.
Well, Zep comes running down the stairs.
Initially running, then as I get to the bottom of the stairs where other people could see me, I kind of slow it down and pretend that I'm not a little bit concerned about something, and I head over to where the group is.
Give me a performance check. Just.
Okay.
Performance or
Ba-da-ba,
deception?
ba-da-ba.
What performance or deception? Like whatever you're trying to angle to, cover yourself here.
I'll go with performance, I think. 15.
Okay, yeah, sure.
To roll insight against that. Let's see if we can.
I mean, you can if you want to, but I may or not be rolling insight from other people, but
Fine.
So Ruby wants to speak to us all in her room. She has finished doing her magical arts, and she has a report for us.
Perfect. Let's go.
Okay.
Yes, good.
so you all reconvene at Ruby's room, unless Darius, you are not.
No, everything seems fine. I'm gonna go. With
Okay,
it.
no worries. Just thought I'd check before I am inferred. But yes, so you're all in Ruby's room. Ruby, you, I'm guessing, have cleaned up from the ritual, but everybody
Yes.
is around.
Just before chat saying they can't see the rolls. I don't know if that was intended.
Oh, yeah, I can bring up the dice roll. It's because we're currently showing off the new artwork, but I can put the dice on. There we go. And in fact, I can probably cover Kifis's thing with the new.
So I have bad news, and worse news.
That does not sound very good.
You should start with the verse news.
He was not bluffing.
This we knew.
I did not expect that he would be.
We are on a timer. For my calculations, this spell will last approximately 2 weeks from today. Before,
And then we are free.
metaphorically, I suppose. The spell will end. Whether that is catastrophically or dispelled, I don't know.
So in 2 weeks, we basically explode.
I can't say that for sure, but probably.
See, that part sounds like the worst news. Him not bluffing just seems like the bad news.
I can't dispel it. Not easily, anyway. And I have the impression that if I try and don't succeed, worse things will happen.
That's sort of news. There.
You started with the worst news, but all of the news you have given us since then has been worse than the worst news.
Points of view, I guess. We seem obligated to conduct the business that we are meant to do in this city. So I suggest we get about it.
So, which faction do we go with first?
Well, remind me, which one was the one with the Harlequin masks?
I do not remember that being mentioned in the description.
Well, if that being the case, then somebody with a Harlequin mask tagged me when I was shopping. I didn't.
This
seem
is
to make-
all you know about them.
As far as I know, I don't think they followed me, although I did not pay that careful attention. I was focused on getting here.
I was focused. I didn't see anything. I think we're good.
We have not heard anything about Harlequin masks.
Where in the city were you when you saw the mask?
It's the trade section, I think, Mitch?
You had actually gone slightly north of that and ended up in the oldest part of the city, the Seven Crests region, I believe. Yes.
Okay, and these.
There is no time to lose. If we are going to avoid explosive results, then we must make all haste to do what this jackal wants us to do.
It must have been the Seven Crests gang, then, I suppose. That is what tagged me. It was their territory.
What GM? What group, if any, did it seem like had the most magical capabilities? Gang, not.
Nothing has been asked about magical capabilities. You have asked Greer which gangs have used the symbol that you are trapped by, and he named a number of them. But there's no one that says specifically magical capabilities that you know of. Outside of that.
Yeah, the specifics of that was closer to. It was easier to name the gangs that don't use the mark rather than the ones that do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we try and find a group that can professionally dispel magic. Eventually, work our way up with them so that we can call in that favor.
Well,
Conversely, we could find whoever has information in the city and can find this. And the guards, considering they are official for the city itself, as least as official as anybody in this city, might be able to lead us to that. We also have the added benefit of already being in their region.
I think we can also go after whoever was wearing the mask. Maybe they'll have an idea. They seem interested in at least me, but probably all of us.
Maybe because you are dressed as a noble wandering the city alone.
Just a technical thing. Roach, can you boost your volume in any way? I have you on 200% and people are complaining you're hard to hear.
I'm not being very emotive right now, so that's okay.
Be louder.
Well, I'm trying.
I'm gonna need you to shout, okay?
I'm
me
going to
see
need
your
you to
war
project,
face.
honey. Come on.
Darius becomes very loud for no reason, and so,
Hey, how you doing?
I need to do this. We could go for the guards.
Should we do a show of hands, perhaps?
Well, I'm thinking maybe the guards will have some knowledge of the Harlequin mask, and we could use that to.
But keep in mind that the guards are about as corrupt as they come, if anything is to be believed, and I have had no indication to think that anybody has lied to us yet, despite this city as being as it is.
Well, that with that case,
Get uncorrupt friends here.
I do
This is
recall
gonna be a-
people saying that the leader of the guards was working on
he was trying to end the corruption. This Roland.
precisely.
Was it not
Okay,
mentioned
leave
that
that.
if we focus too hard on the guards, then our problems would multiply? We'd make an enemy of every gang in the city.
That was not something I heard mentioned. No.
No. I was fairly certain that we all agreed that the enemy of all gangs in the city was the one that was the greenskin one.
The Tanoji, yes.
Right.
I think
Honestly,
we should
if we just want to, if we
talk
just
to
want a
Cro-
blaze of glory, go to the greenskin one, help them burn it all down. If we're not going to be around.
Ruby's eyes actually kind of brighten up at that mention for a moment before she shakes her head.
But the greenskins are, for want of a better word, greenskin supremacists. They would burn us with the rest of the city.
If what Ruby has said is true, doesn't matter. We'll be burning in 2 weeks anyways.
I would still prefer that we try something.
True. I'm just saying it's an option. If we can't find a way of getting back, if we can't find a way of lifting the curse or the brands, and we can't find a way of getting back at Blackjack,
Yeah, but this seems like a problem for another time.
indiscriminate.
Why don't we
Indiscriminate
focus
burning.
on the solutions now, and then if we can't find a solution, then we worry about blowing ourselves up, yeah?
We've been doing this bit by who we know and who we could talk to. And we have a name in the guards, this Sergeant Ethelbert. This is a place to start.
I agree.
Yeah.
My
Let us
other,
go.
idea is to go to, my other idea is to go to the Seven Crests and see if anything pans out with the Harlequin mask, but
There's no
Well,
reason
guards
that we
just-
can't approach multiple.
Fair enough.
I don't think I want to split up. When one of us has been made, I don't necessarily think splitting up the group into subdivisions is a good idea.
That I agree with. It was foolish of me to go out alone.
I think we're all almost all of us are obscenely dressed in terms of wealth. I don't think it's good for us to be alone.
Yeah.
It's not wealth with me. I go under the impression that I am the most powerful person in any room, and usually that's true, but it seems to not be the case here.
Well, I definitely think that it is time. Oh, it is proper that we always go with a
I mean,
friend. Hey,
that's-
Bron.
I mean, that's up to interpretation of what you mean by power. So,
Yeah, I do agree.
It has been a long time since I had someone to call friend, so if anyone is willing, I am looking for one of those. Or many.
partners. Let's leave it at partners or just individuals in a similar boat right now.
Associates.
Okay, so that scratches those two off. Anyone else want to take me up on that offer? I'm offering friendship.
I am happy to make friends with anyone, but let us make sure we do not die in 2 weeks, otherwise it will be very short-lived.
I was gonna
Ruby
try and be
offer.
a Kiffis then, but it's yeah. It's like I'll be your friend, mate, and it kind of went really weird in my head, and so I'm gonna leave the raccoon to be the raccoon. I'm going South
offer.
African is the problem.
Yeah, your
I'm going-
Australian
I go-
never stays Australian. It
It's
always
yeah,
goes South
The problem
Africa.
is I go it cycles. I go Australian into New Zealand, which then goes into South African.
Ruby will
all
offer him a fist bump. I got you.
he gets his paw and he bumps it. But anyway, so you are all going out to try and find the guards, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, Sergeant Ethelbert.
Yes, we were given a post, the guard post near the Silent Dagger. There's a Sergeant
Yes,
Ethelbert we
yes,
should look
yes, yes.
into.
So there's one across
what
the
was
square.
this? What did we learn about Sergeant Ethelbert? Are we just? What context was that in? Was it somebody to
If-
avoid or somebody that could help?
If
us?
we were looking to look into the guards for potential work, they would be a good start.
Okay,
They are the
context.
closest.
Good. All right.
One thing that does occur to me, though, is all of our information is just from one person. His biases might come into this as well.
True, but this seems like a relatively neutral party. He does not seem like he is under the thumb of any one.
Do we have any context on whether he is neutral or not, or are we just assuming because he
I
did so?
would like to point out that we can spend the rest of our lives debating on the next choice to action to make, but an action must be made.
I mean, from what you say, it's not going to be a long debate.
It's
So
not. That's why, it's with respect to Zap, at some point, we just have to, I want to say
Burn it all to the ground.
I was going to say bite the bullet, but I'm not sure bullets exist yet, DM.
yes, they do. The bullet.
They do.
It definitely exists.
Okay, so
I mean, they wouldn't be a bullet.
it's
though.
not a bullet as in with a casing. It's lead.
It'd be
lead
bite the
lead
ball.
You'd still refer to it
Yeah.
by a bullet because even rocks thrown with slings refer to by bullets.
We have to bite the bullet and make and go, and I think the guards are our best bet for now.
And as you mentioned bullets, Zep is actually going to pull out something from his pouch, like flick it up and then fist it again.
Yes,
What's
because
that?
And just to put that thought to bed, the Greer did mention specifically that he has gone through a lot of effort to remain impartial. Showing favoritism would be bad for
That's
his business.
still. It's
He
still
lives
a
in-
single point.
Believe it or not, that is your
It's just-
choice, but
It's still a
that is
single
a
point. of
precarious
he just
position to
from
be in.
from behind Darius, he just sort of you kind of think appears and just goes, "I've done a lot."
We're in
to
Ruby's room
stay
right
you."
now.
Yes,
Did he just appear through
you are.
through the wall?
You are. It was sort of Arcana check. Those of you.
Right. Can I make an
um,
athletics check to do like a Kirk roll away? I'm freaked out. Like,
Yeah, you go for it. I'll just let you do that, but Arcana check those
Nah.
of you that want to.
I want-
Yeah, no, it tracks for me. It's just-
All right, it's a pretty good Kirk roll. So it's a, ha!
That'll be a nat 1 from Valmaya.
Love it.
There's a guy in here.
He just appeared in the room.
I
That's
hit
what-
all the time.
God, dice are just not
sure.
your friend.
You're all rolling.
Lambert.
Why not? I'll throw some dice
know.
too. I like
Yeah, go
rolling
for it.
clickety clacks.
Yeah, I
Clickety
think your
clack,
average
rocks.
roll has been a 5.
I think, though, this is the first nat 1 of the campaign.
No.
I think I've rolled a couple.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
I am the Will Wheaton of this group, just so you all are aware.
Excuse
I thought
me?
you rolled a nat
No.
one because didn't you fall in the sewage with a nat one?
I think I rolled a 5 for that. It was low enough to be.
We've rolled nat ones.
Yeah, we have rolled nat ones. Zedaar, yeah, you know what that is. You're guessing that they must have used some sort of spell to get into the room. From what you could have here, I won't give you the exact type of spell, but think Misty Step maybe. Sorry, room service does normally knock, but I couldn't help but over here. I've
You
done
could
a
not
lot.
help but eavesdrop.
I prefer over here. I've done
I'm
a
sure you
lot
do.
to keep this place neutral. I am paid to keep it neutral. If you need
So you say.
neutrality, I am neutrality.
So you.
High neutrality.
The
I'm
point
Ruby.
is, we understand that is your what you are asserting. Nobody is making that you have not asserted that. The question is whether or not we can believe you. That's like the third time we've gone through this.
Yeah.
You know what? Sorry, I had to drop the dad joke.
No, that is fine. It's just... Well,
Aye.
really is up to you, but don't burn any bridges before you fully walked across them. And then with that, he does open the door and closes it again.
So he's down a spell slot for the day. That's a good sign.
He's down a spell slot.
That matters.
I'm going to pull out my little device with the spinning radar thing on top, and I'm going to start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go for it. You can do.
Takes me 10 minutes.
Does it look like the thing from Ghostbusters?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I think we established. Is anyone doing anything while he's doing this, or are you just going to wait out the Detect Magic?
I'm gonna ritually cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Zedaar is going to step over to the door, make a habit of opening it and checking to see if anyone's eavesdropping from time to time now.
It's a good one. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, my alarm spell wore off.
I think this might have something to do with the fact that I was compelled to be extra loud for some reason.
Okay. So Detect
That's
Magic goes
somebody
off.
named Mikey who gave me a DM.
Detect Magic goes off, and nothing other than the sconces that you've seen before, like on the wall. Nothing magical.
I think it is time to go.
Yes, we are on a timetable here.
I'll just point.
I leave the room. Take the initiative. Let's go.
Sure.
The initiative. All right. Let's follow the one who can't roll above a 10.
That'd be me.
And with that, Velmir leaves, and I'm guessing you follow.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not leaving him alone. I don't think he's safe.
So you progress outside of the tavern, back into the city streets. So you were told that the guard sergeant Ethelbert could be found at the guard post, basically across the market square that the tavern sits on. Is that where you're going right away?
Can
Sure.
we scope it out just like to make sure it's
Sure.
I think it looks absolutely fine. I can roll for it, but that will not change anything.
Go ahead, yes, take a check.
I will look at the guard post. With my proficiency in perception, I can see fucking
Yep, that's
nothing.
what I accepted.
Yeah, Ruby's gonna just do a casual lookout, specifically looking for anybody in a Harlequin mask.
Hey! I'm right next to you, so I rubbed off. Looks on.
Remember, we will be out in the open here. And the walls, it would seem, have ears.
Wouldn't that be a better thing to be out in the open because we're further away from walls?
I just kind of glare at Darius.
Okay.
I look like an elf right now.
So, is anyone else making a perception check of this building before you go towards it? or-
Because
There's
people
a
are
building.
paranoid.
Yeah. Well, Zedaar, you meet your passive perception with that. It seems to be it's a two-story building, stone made with a flat roof. No apex frame. It seems like there is roof access because there seems to be a guard on top of it with what seems to be a heavy crossbow. There is also 2 men stationed either side of a double door in the center, which has a small step up to it. But more curiously, about 10 feet to the right of the guardhouse, there are 3 guards. One of them with some sort of extra sash over the weighing frock, are looking down a drain hole.
Shall we?
I wonder, will these improve my perception? No, they do.
Glasses do not help you here, comrade.
3 guards standing over a sewer grate. Why would they be doing that?
Maybe there's
Go
something.
find out.
Let's go.
Maybe
on.
we'll walk up.
I
Why
should
do I
say,
foresee
what
more
guards?
trudging through sludge in our future?
In the opposite direction.
Hello there.
Hello there. So you're approaching the guards, yes?
Ruby is, yes.
Okay. One of the guards turns around. Is one that's holding like a short spear and a shield, like a little round shield. It just says, "Right there, miss. Can I help you with anything?"
Or a Sergeant Ethelbert.
Sergeant Ethelbert, that's me. And the guy with he's got a slightly scraggly brown beard and the extra sash, sword at his hip. He had his hands outside. Says, "How can I help you, miss?"
Well, I'm rather new to the city and find myself in need of work. I'm not asking to join the guards specifically. That's not going to be here that long. About 2 weeks is my stay time. But wondering if you guys have anything extra that needed to get done. And she just happens to gesture to the sewer. Like, for instance, are you looking for a rabbit in a sewer?
Oh, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill him.
Not a rabbit, per se. Are you with these?
And she'll gesture. They're my associates, yes.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Darius Renaud. Pleasure to meet you, Sergeant Ethelbaum. Bert.
Pleasure is mine. Puts out his hand.
We were told to come and see you for work by a Greer of the inn just behind us over there. So we are here to find work, as I just said. Yes.
What they said.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't assume genders.
Greer is. Yes, okay. Mr. Kurth sent you. Yes? Okay.
That is his name, sure.
If you think you can handle yourselves, we sent some people on patrol. He looks down to the hole, looks back up. They haven't come back.
Hey, Zedaar, you were right.
I tend to be.
He does tend to be. Certainly, what are their names, dispositions, and what were they doing, and is there a reward?
Well, we can probably muster up something in a reward, but...
We cut you off base. You seem somewhat uncomfortable. Are we? Is everything all right?
Yeah, unless Mitch is being weird, it looks like this guy's tweaking out.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me being weird. I'm not. That's me.
I was gonna say, is this Midge getting into character? Or is this Midge just not prepared for us to do the only option we have in the game?
No. This
we
is
have more options.
this is me reading something else at the same time as trying to act. That's what it is. We're missing a squad of around 5 of our guys. There'll be some gold in it for you if you find them. The more you
I can work
find,
with
the
that.
better. And I
so
guess you can keep anything you find.
So the job
Include,
is just
does that include the men?
No, you know, slavery isn't a legal thing here, right?
I think you're going to
You
if the men
sure
are,
about
if the men are
that?
dead, do we get their belongings?
Very.
Yes, is what I meant, sure.
Anything or the guards will, if it's serviceable, maybe bring back. Oh, I hate saying that. But anything else you find out there.
Okay.
Do the guards carry any items of identification that label them as the guards, like a badge or something we can return if they are in fact deceased?
We all wear these tabards. It points to the thing. You'll see, hopefully, 5 individuals with those on.
But theoretically, if we don't, do we get reward for the bodies?
Or at least the ears, because I can't really carry 5 bodies.
That is why I was thinking for something else we could return. The bodies can be retrieved when the threat is dealt with.
Yeah. Question as well.
I mean, I'm
What
hoping they're
threats?
alive.
Yes,
We all
this is the
hope
worst
that.
case scenario.
We all hope, but we have to prepare.
So the reason we patrol not just above ground is underground is because a lot of the gangs use it to maneuver their goods.
Really?
How long?
Ruby and Darius at the same time with the exact same sarcastic, shocked expression. She'll offer a fist bump to him.
He doesn't do anything.
Just leave me hanging.
Oh god, I love you guys.
While we're on this topic, and Zedaar's just kind of looking down at this hole, it doesn't look like it's a sewer grate, right? It looks like something made this hole, or does it look like it's functionally built into the ground?
No, it looks okay. Give me an investigation check, actually.
Something dug. Oh no. I ain't ready to fight no Umber Hulks, boss.
There's a
Holy
body
moly.
right there.
No, so there. It's a sort of a standard sewer grate with a ladder down, but there seems to be an extra sort of layer of not. It's clearly not fecal matter or anything. It's clearly like muck. And it stands out to you because you notice that it's a slightly different hue to the rest of the grime on the ladder on the way down. Other than that, it's a standard sort of sewer grate.
So Daryl has reached down and, like, using the edge of, I guess, his cape, is going to scrape some of it up and just kind of look at it closely. What does this look like to you all?
Wait,
Mud?
what do I roll?
Probably shit.
It's not shit. Look closer.
Can I do an investigation, I guess?
Sure,
Check
yeah.
or
I mean,
survival?
perception, survival will work. Nature.
Nature. Okay, none of those are particularly good. Perception. I'm just gonna do perception. Wow. I'm gonna step away from Zedaar. Or not Zedaar. I'm gonna step from Valmir. Stepping away from Valmir. I'm gonna wash my hands.
So, Zep,
17
with
nature.
with a nature of 17, yeah, it's earth. It's compact earth, with a slightly reddish hue, maybe some sort of clay in it, but that doesn't really track because most of the islands are, urban infrastructure. I mean, the islands themselves have been expanded by pontoons and docks. There is barely any dirt anywhere. And this is dried now, but was essentially wet mud.
It's clearly clay, but most of the islands are man-made. It's a little bit strange to be seeing dirt here.
Well, I can hear somewhere in the distance a cow, perhaps, that left it there somewhere.
I mean, they get brought in on ships. Livestock is needed to, keep funding butchers, and it's just one of the guards is just like rattles off on about. There's a big import on down in the clay markets actually of
Wait, you said
Wait,
the
so we
clay
have
market.
Yes. Anyway,
clay
good job.
markets.
yeah.
So, We got our map.
Just
We got a location, guys.
To eat them.
How long ago did your guard friends go down this hole?
2 days.
Have you not sent anyone down there?
How long were
Expedition.
they supposed to be going for?
1 day.
Okay.
Is there anything we need to know about where in the sewers they have gone? Do you have directions or a map or something like this?
We don't have a map, but they were trying to head to one of the main thoroughfares, the larger flowing sections, with the faster moving waters. Kind of trying to head to one of those,
Especially when it is not water.
especially when it's not water. They were trying to head that way, as it's a maze down there. There's more pathways up under the ground than there is above.
Okay, so small chance of success. Yeah, that's all I got. It's a small chance of success. I have
We
no.
haven't really worked out just like ears, fingers, there's hands.
Rings, if you have.
If the unfortunate have deceased, we bring the tabard.
That would be the most preferable.
I'm
But what if there isn't a
where they
tabard?
are. As you say, it is big
Then
and
a
wide.
map to the body, my lord.
All right.
We're just being prepared. If there is a body, you get some clothes. It is.
He kind of
Corpse collection is a common thing, and sometimes you just need to take ears. There's nothing to be squeamish about.
he like sort of
Would you
mimes.
prefer their eyes?
Yeah, let's just move on from this.
He mimes like the cross guard and blade of a sword, like similar. He goes, "Hero protect." All right, okay. I'm willing to pay for you guys to go down there. It saves me sending a patrol from elsewhere.
Right.
Off we go back into the muck.
I'm not going to.
Ruby is going to
not
cast
sure.
light on herself and then start descending. Shall we?
Not used to this bush league stuff. I usually negotiate a contract earlier and kind of work it out, sign it. Seems very
Darius, we only have 2
formal.
weeks.
If you're going to die properly.
How about not die at all?
There's this moment where Zedaar is just like, there's like a hand that reaches out like he wants to push Darius into the hole, but he just kind of pulls back and just steps by him and starts climbing down.
Okay.
I will also follow Zedaar down into the hole.
Darius follows.
Braun and Zep are going to go down, I'm guessing. And Kifis, of course, is also going to run his way down.
And I'll just say that I am on Braun's shoulder at the moment.
Yes, I did see. So, back once more into the grisly, slimy depths. You descend.
I forgot how amazing this place smells.
I'm not against being dirty. I like being out in the nature. It's nice.
This is not nature.
But this, not this.
I mean, technically speaking, humans are a part of nature and humans create stuff.
No.
Also, we're surrounded in nature, just the biological function of the end of it.
I am not human, but I understand your.
Yeah, I mean, that seems very restrictive.
Ruby is forcing a smile.
Also,
So how
bronze
are
not
we going to-
biological.
How are we going
I
to
mean-
find the guards?
Well, around the exterior of the hole up there was much more of the substance. I imagine there might be a trail if it managed to leave it around the exterior of the hole. Something to look for.
Can I look for any potential tracks from this guard troop?
Or just evidence of the clay?
Yeah, I mean, give me some rolls. I will
Investi-
allow him. Yeah, probably
perception.
investigation if you're searching for clues.
Oh my god, that is actually a not bad roll.
Give it back.
No, fine. I keep it.
All I'm gonna say is eat it.
Valmir, you actually, after one of your party mentioning it again, Zep mentioning the clay again, you actually spot some going westward down the corridor. It seems to be in small sort of puddles, and it's weird because it's dried a lot more than some of the other stuff around. And also, you are not in a very watery part of the sewer. This seems to be a bit more of an access tunnel. So
Darius is gonna have his sword drawn. It's just gonna be at the ready.
I'm using my glaive as a walking stick.
I'm using my sword as
I wish I could just burn this whole damn city down.
That I suggested as much as an end game.
Can we not talk about burning cities?
Or end games.
I mean, what else are we going to talk about while we're trekking mud in a
Not
sewer?
burning cities. Understand?
Like, what the hell is leaving odd deposits of this red dirt everywhere?
Yeah, DM.
Anyone want to make bets on what it is while we're walking?
Balance.
I have no clue what could be doing this. This is not something I have ever experienced.
Does it look like the clay's been dropped, or is it like scraped off, or?
Part of a track.
And yeah, I was going to add a question to this. You say they seem like these neat deposits that are evenly spaced. Does these look like these are just straight on footprints?
Are we tracking Clayface?
give me a survival check.
Oh, 50-50, it's a goal.
Okay.
I'm dropping Mask of Many Faces. I now look like me again.
Okay.
10.
Could be.
How far apart are these deposits?
A large stride.
Well, I think in
Can I
terms
make a-
of any other kind of way to go, we follow this clay deposit track.
Since Darius isn't allowed to have any fun theorizing about his death, he's going to retreat internally, and he's going. Can he try and figure out? Can I try and figure out if there's a something I've heard about, like evenly spaced clay deposits, stays around a sewer, possibly hostile towards population, like our guards,
Rich people.
Rich people.
What are you levering here? Like what?
Can I make a
kind of-
history check on that? I mean, I am a
Yep.
worldly mercenary who has
If it
been
is something
around.
that comes from the Underdark, I may have
From a-
experience, perhaps. I could roll
2 generations of mercenaries.
Yeah, go on.
generations of
Why
Guardians
not?
of the Underdark.
It's not going to be a hard. It's going to be a very high DC. But
Natural
Oddly indeed.
24.
for a
man.
total of 24. There's a,
Say,
if you
I
if,
wasted that roll. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah,
so with your prior knowledge and your family's instilled training and tales of adventure
Institutionalized
from
knowledge.
you, yes, a whole host of things come up. It could be a large creature that is just very dirty. You think it could be some sort of, maybe it could be tracks of some sort from, say, a golem or a much larger creature. There's nothing that specifically comes to mind because all you've really got to go on is mud. But you do know that there are creatures that are made more of material than they are. You know, of a more civilized species. There's a lot of, because there's the many planes of existence. There's your family's coming across a lot, so.
All right.
You do get the sense, though, that because these are specifically mud deposits without, signs of feet or anything that this could be some sort of maybe a construct or something along the lines?
Darius is going to regale the group, whether or not they seem to want to be, on the many possibilities of what this could be, and detailed stories of what they do, and a couple of anecdotal stories from a couple of his brothers who are older who have fought them, and it goes on in he's not a good storyteller. He loses the plot a lot and just kind of drifts, and he's paying no attention to whether or not anybody wants to hear it. So, just as we're walking to fill the air.
Zep, I apologize if I offended you earlier.
Zep just kind of nods but says nothing. It's clear that he's troubled, though.
I guess we just continue following the tracks.
Oh, those are the wrong sound effects completely.
I
Ignore
heard
the,
something.
ignore the people in the background as I learn how to use Syrinscape properly.
There's somebody here.
Survivors.
I use Soundcraft to scare Darius with
For what
specific
changes. Yes, love it.
Darn kids in the sewers playing pranks.
Hold on. He's far too engrossed in his story.
But you continue through the. I'm guessing you're continuing on through the pathway, tracking these larger feet. Also, you assume, Prince. You continue on, and you come to again a very familiar sight of. Why is there a dog here? Soundscape, Syrinscape. Shush.
It's not here. It's barking into a sewer grate from above us.
Yeah. Yes, that's what it is. It's the
It can smell us down here, and it's very curious.
As the city sounds above you occasionally intersects your travels, you are met by a large flow of water. This looks to be one of the throughput pipes or access areas that you have come to know.
I do not wish to fall into this particular body of water. If we could
And in
avoid
particular-
the chance of that happening, I would be very much appreciative.
And in particular, could it be a golem as well? Because I do remember a time whenever we had a
Darius?
a golem.
Darius,
That, yes, what?
they'll never find your body. She'll smile. It's not a joking smile. It's a forced smile. Focus, please. Thank you.
The bears here are particularly.
Is there a plank across the running water?
This one actually seems to have a
There are birds.
yeah. I'm trying to change that. That's what I've been doing. What is going on?
Just walk into the forest. Just randomly.
They're everywhere.
There actually seems to be a sort of metal bridge across this part that's actually been fixed in and sort of made. There we go,
So
that's
like
the
an
word.
official,
Yeah, more of an official crossing.
path.
Zep, does this bridge seem like it will hold our weights?
I will see if this bread will in fact hold our weight.
Braun walks over, taps it with his foot. Seems sturdy.
If Braun thinks that it is safe for him, I'm sure it will be safe for you as well.
All right. Ron, why don't you give it a shot?
I'll jump back onto Braun's shoulder and ride across.
He walks across fine.
Okay, I will follow.
Yep. That's,
Is the clay tracks are past the bridge as well? We can see them.
You cannot right now.
I'd like to check the sides of this channel to see if there are clay marks going towards the water.
Yeah, go for it.
Investigation.
Yes, please.
18.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Okay, so
Says the sorcerer to the cleric.
Zep, with an 18, you see that. Actually, Zep, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
We also have light from Ruby.
Light is only a certain distance, so
Oh,
only-
Bright,
Yeah, I
another
can't-
20 feet dark.
I can't see shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I have 60 feet dark vision.
Yeah, okay. I was just double checking. So probably about 40 feet down from you, in now a southerly direction, you see. It seems like that for a while, water might have sort of washed away these sort of clumps, but you do see the telltale signs of the club, these clumps on the side that you're not currently on. But slightly further down. So imagine you came to a T junction where you were originally, and this bridge was going straight across from that T junction. These prints, in air quotes, are if instead of you going across that bridge, you went left, and then they're about 40 feet down that way.
Is there another passage down there, or is it just water?
There's pathways either side of the water.
Okay. I'll point out the clumps of clay. Down there, it seems that it has climbed down.
I guess we must follow the clay if we have nothing else to go on.
Okay.
Is there an obvious way down?
There's a ladder, it seems.
It would seem it's taken the ladder, maybe jumped.
Are there any like tracks of non-clay that we can see anywhere, like of a guard patrol? Like if it's supposed to be what was 5 guys?
Yeah.
So like a 5-man group coming through here, 5 individual group coming through here. Has there been any disturbance or sign of them?
Sure. Give me. I'll have a investigation or survival with that, depending on if you're just trying to look for signs of life or if you are looking for specific sort of tells.
16.
16 on investigation. There's nothing that directly speaks to it being guards here recently. There's a lot of this area seems to have had a lot of foot traffic.
Right. Gangs, smuggler routes.
There's a lot of like discarded pouches for sort of tobacco and those kinds of things. There's broken bits of glass, bottles, trash. This seems to be a well-traveled part of the sewer.
Nothing distinctly guard indication. No
Not
guard-shaped
currently.
ears discarded somewhere nearby. That we can just
No, because we all know guards have a distinctive shape to the ears. It's one of the requirements as you sign up for the Rep Brigade. Must
I
have an
saw
ear
it.
between 5 centimeters
Yep.
and 2 centimeters.
Oddly enough, there's one that's too small. Yeah, on the ground. All right, now I follow down the ladder. We're supposed to go down.
Okay.
We'll go down to.
Yep. Everybody's following down. So, you continue along following the rough flow of water, following again these sort of mud prints as you continue on down. You get to an area again where the sewer has almost been slightly reclaimed. There's a lot of moss and overgrowth in an area. But what you do see, and this is why it sticks out to you, is a very dark part of the sewer where, far from the bridge from before where there's a lot of foot traffic, seems to be lacking in sort of general travel. But you do see a lit torch, or the remains of such, burning right towards the end of the available space to burn on the floor.
Well, that looks ominous.
Also doesn't necessarily work timeline-wise.
How long would a torch burn if it is fallen like this?
Especially in a damp sewer.
So whatever we are looking for or whatever we are tracking is probably just over there. Possibly.
I'm saying it could be incidental that we found this because we've only been down here for less than 2 hours. So
Yeah, how long has it been since we came down?
Probably getting. It's probably not. No, it's not overly long. You've been down here probably 45 minutes.
So either it was very unlucky guards, or this is not related to. Oh, it could be related, but it's not directly related to the guards themselves. Either way, it's good enough to check.
Get this straight. The torch actually is burnt down, so it's like the handle that's smoldering, as opposed to the torch itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a bad feeling about this.
For context, I think torches in D&D burn for an hour.
Yeah, so I would imagine this one's gone for like an hour and a
Well,
half.
that's burning torches and burning a torch down are two separate things. Because the torch, the 1 hour torch burning is just the fuel, on the tip.
Oh yeah, I know. And this is down to the handle.
Yeah. So yeah.
Can I do an intelligence check to see if I can work out how long this thing would have been burning for?
Yeah, sure.
$15.
15 plus 4 intelligence.
Well, you surmise basically this a similar thing of the torch itself has about an hour of fuel. The extra burning could be that time again. You wouldn't want to be holding it at that point, but there's still a lot to get through.
I estimate that this has been going for maybe 2 hours.
Could be somebody in trouble, or somebody dropped the torch.
Are there any signs of a struggle?
Other than dropped torch?
You don't see any telltale signs of, say, combat. You see one distinct set of footprints, and the reason you see it's distinct is because it actually impacts on some of the dirt that you've been tracking, and it stays.
It's the proper course of action. Plaster cast, and then compare that.
Get the CSIs in here.
Someone here was following the same track that we have been. I would just cast aside, and they lit a new one.
Came opposite direction, or there's about 10 different things that it could have been.
Let us go and find out.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, venture onwards.
Okay, you take this side passage down, and you're traveling probably for another 20 minutes before you hit. This is not following water. This is again a sort of service tunnel, about 10 foot by 10 foot. Because we all know in fantasy worlds sewers are massive, and
medieval sewers actually were fairly large.
Yeah, I know they really were. And you continue, and as you progress down this tunnel, it seems that nature is slowly trying to reclaim more and more of it, and you start to see types of moss and fungus beginning to grow, and there just seems to be more life, less skittering rats on stone, more underground flora as you progress on and in, and you get a little way before you see again a torch on the ground. This one's still burning. And except this is not on its own on the floor. There's a hand on the torch, completely succumbed by moss and overgrowth, jettisoning from the wall on your right. So it's on the ground, the moss covers the hand, and then this moss just sinks into the side of the wall.
So this torch has been here for, again, less than 2 hours. There's a hand and it's completely overgrown. Something here is growing very quickly.
I recommend we do not touch the wall.
Is the hand guard shape?
Couch. The hand is not gloved, but you do see signs of what seem to be a what are they called? Gambeson on the wrist.
Calloused hand?
You'd have to get closer, especially because of the fact you don't have dark vision.
It's not important enough for a joke.
That doesn't sound like Darius at all.
With the growth around the hand, is it closer to or further away from the flame from the torch? Like, does that seem to have had any effect?
It feels like that the fire might be the only thing stopping it from completely overgrowing the hand.
I'm going to spark up a torch.
I think I will do the same.
You go ahead and spark up torches.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and try and lift this severed hand and see if the moss is preventing it from being pulled.
What's the strength on a mage hand?
5 pound weight.
Oh, okay.
10 pound.
10. Okay.
So, the mage hand floats over. You cast
10,
the
really?
and you grab the hand. The hand grabs the hand and lifts it. The torch is relinquished from the grip, and where the torch impacts, the moss around it retracts from the heat. But as you grab the hand, you get an extent of an arm, and then you see more of it, and it essentially looks like the mage hand is lifted an arm out of the wall, and then it stops because the weight is too much.
I think this is not a severed hand. I think this is the hand of a body that is inside the wall. I'm going to get the mage hand to lift the burning torch and hold it closer to the wall.
Okay. As you do so, the moss kind of hisses and then
It's not supposed to be doing that.
engulfs the mage hand and the torch, snuffing it out.
I do not think this moss likes fire very much.
Oil? Anyone have oil?
I have a torch and I will be lighting it immediately.
I just want to make a correction. I'm lighting a lantern, not a torch, and yeah, I do have oil.
I've got 10 torches in my inventory.
Okay.
Somehow. I don't remember buying them. I have.
If I use oil, though, it may burn what is underneath.
Guys,
It's just
guys.
put the moss away.
Ruby's just gonna flick her finger with fire. I got you.
Or that, yeah.
How controlled? I understand. How controlled is that?
Depends on how accurate I am. Pew! And she's gonna fire a firebolt at the moss.
Sure. Roll me an attack. It's very low DC to hit it, but I need to make sure you don't bungle the shot.
All right. Firebolt.
I know I've made this joke, but how is the body is the body somehow guard-shaped? Is there any indication this body is a guard?
Currently, you can't see the body. There is just moss now.
Oh, it's all covered in it. So all we know is the arm.
The hand's not even there. That's been retracted into the
now
wall as well.
Okay.
Yeah. 50. You hit. And a roll damage. As this firebolt just plunges into where the arm was engulfed into the wall fully, you hear this first sort of this. Have you ever lit like tinder from a tinderbox, where it's that very fine sort of material? As it's all so, you get the firebolt hit, and then like a crackle of. As the moss sort of catches and starts to burn away, and the moss itself begins to sort of shriek. But as the moss crackles away, the corpse falls out again. So there was essentially it was being held in this sort of large patch of growth, and you just see a torso flop out. The skin on it is very sort of eaten away, so to speak, and the moss is it starts to burn away, but slowly, as the fires die down and burn out, begins to grow back again.
Oh,
Wind it up.
don't like that.
Yeah, Ruby's gonna fire again.
Okay, go for it.
I made the joke we were fighting the Sandman, but I think we're actually fighting Swamp Thing.
Roll me some more.
12.
Yeah, that hits. It's a
Does
DC
the,
10.
I'm going
the
to try
torso
with-
have a tabard on it?
It does.
I
Oh,
want
it
to
is
see
guard-shaped.
if this moss is
Continues
repelled
to
by
burn.
my Eldritch Blast as well.
Okay,
Can
go
Ruby,
for it.
Ruby burn it enough so there's nothing left of the moss?
You can keep shooting. It will take some time, but I can just let you keep shooting if you want.
Yeah.
So this moss, as you slowly hit it, it shrieks and shrills as with a sort of a high pitched sort of. Have you ever seen like the Mandrake stuff in Harry Potter?
Yes.
That, but take it up an octave. It's like really high pitch, almost like, and then there's the sizzle and a thick sort of ichor from it. The Eldritch Blast obviously does hit it, but kind of rips it off and puts it aside. Doesn't seem to have as much of an effect. The fire is very, very effective against it, and slowly Ruby fires these firebolts and burns it away until it is revealed enough that there is this sort of just a small curved area on the corner of this pathway as it intersects with another, almost as if it's an area for like where a torch would have been inlaid, just enough of an inlay into the wall as a breakup of the connecting of the two paths, like an end cap. But there was this essentially where this moss had overgrown, and this body is fully revealed now on the floor, half devoured, and also within the moss there seems to be it doesn't seem to be able to digest bones. So you see another two skeletons. Of how old they are, you don't know. They have sort of the bone is not bone white anymore, but green, where it has been tinged by the color of this living moss, this carnivorous moss that encased this person. But they do have a tabard that matches the guards.
I think if this thing is feeding on flesh, I do not wish to get any close to it, but perhaps
What about the hands?
can Brown pull away the guard? If Brown is made of
Don't-
metal, then maybe not so tasty for the moss.
We don't need the guard, or we don't need the body. We just need the tabard.
Okay, but we still need to get the. Do you want to go over to the body and take the tabard off while it is over there, or do you want to bring the body over here and take the
No,
tabard
no,
off?
no, you have an invisible hand that can grasp things from a distance.
Okay, 10 pounds is all that my little hand can lift.
I am
one's
fairly
gonna grab the
certain
body
a
and pull
cloth
it back.
tabard is fine.
Sorry, Mordred.
Braun's just going to reach out and pull the leg and the body back.
So, okay. So Braun
Darius
goes
steps
over,
away
grabs,
from the body,
grabs the
maintaining a
arms,
distance.
drags it towards you, and as he does, the body gasps.
Oh shit! Is it alive?
Is it though? Is it? Is he alive?
And
Can I make an investigation or a perception to see if this thing is like alive, or?
You were mentioning
alive,
bones. So, like, how alive could he be?
depends how long he's been in there, or how long those other bodies were in there. This is.
We're talking
or
Gus Fring?
how
got,
long
like,
this
bits?
this poor person is going to still be alive is another story as well. From what you guys can tell, they're not aggressive. They're in a lot of pain. From what you can tell, that the pain sort of is starting to get more and more with them as they sort of. The longer that they've been relinquished from this creature, the more pain they're in.
All right, quick, mercy or mercy kill or mercy.
We need to keep them alive for the better reward. Yes, let's try to do that.
Is that really the only reason we're keeping him alive? Just want to say,
it is not.
We want a better standing with the guards by the time this is done. Yes.
Also, the point is, this person is just screaming
Zedaar.
while you're talking.
Zedaar. Shh. Zedaar is Zedaar. Is he salvageable or is it more mercy at this point?
Zedaar will look him over, and you say that the longer that they're out of this, the more they're this. So I guess this also
Don't
includes.
touch him, please.
Did it seem like this moss was keeping them alive artificially? Like,
Oh, that's.
I'll make a medicine check for this. I think that would be medicine or.
Yeah, medicine check will work.
Or maybe
The longer we
I
deal
got a
with
6.
The longer we deal with this, the more I hate it.
As this poor person is just screaming away, you assess them over. It seems like, and a lot of their body, the first number of layers of skin has been eaten away, especially at the areas that the creature, the mosque get to. It seems that it's also the moss tried to spread into it. You can see that there is moss still on them, where it's kind of grown itself into the crevices of its boots, of this person's boots, and like armor and such. But the person doesn't seem to be bothered in the areas that the moss is. Still, it's everything that's been exposed.
That is strange. The moss is acting almost like a numbing agent.
That just seems worse. This seems. What? Mercy or mercy? Like final mercy.
Step's going to jump down and cast Cure Wounds on the guy.
Oh, there. I was going to. I'll mark off one of the charges of my
Lambert, you're
healer's
muted
kit
right
to
now.
see what I can do for this guy.
So with the healer's kit, you can also heal. So you're still going to hit.
I
with
can
Cure
also
Wounds.
heal with the healer's kit.
Still doing it.
Okay, hit with a Cure Wounds, go for it, and also do it with the healer's kit. Give me a roll for the healer's kit. After you mention that that this is sort of acting as a numbing agent, Braun grabs some of the moss, pulls it off. It seems to not like Braun. Like, it doesn't seem to like attract to Braun, if that makes sense. And you give this a go. Okay, you guys have pretty healed him. As you pump these heals into this poor soul, and the moss is removed, the bleeding from their wounds ceases, and you do begin, and the Cure Wounds begins to patch them up. They're still very heavily scarred from this, but their breathing sort of calms. the pain subsides a bit. And while they don't stand, they are a lot more relaxed, and they look up at you and they go, "Thank you." Who are you?
Are you? We are working for the guard right now to find the rest of your group who may have wandered down here. I have to ask one question. Were you awake in that?
I don't really remember.
It seems to suggest no. Okay then.
I got separated from the rest of my group yesterday. We were being chased by this thing, and he catches his breath and we just came down here to deal with some of the gangs, and we were on our way back, and this thing burst out of one of the smaller side corridors on one of the alleyways further that way. It completely blocked me and another from even getting here, and we were split off from the sergeant and the other two, and it just chased them. We were lucky. Simon decided to leave the tunnel, but I couldn't. I tried to look for them, and then I
3 questions.
fell.
3 questions. 1, you said you were separated yesterday. Does that mean? Do you mean you've been in there since yesterday, or you've been looking around and have only been in there a short while, but have been separated from the group since yesterday?
I got separated from the group yesterday, and well, I feel like 20 minutes ago I was walking down this pathway.
It's a good chance.
For reference, when we came down here, the guard said you had been gone for 2 days. So only 2 days have passed since you came down into the sewers.
Okay, so I might have been in that plant for a little bit longer than I thought.
Yes, that helps the time frame.
Torch dating has put you for a few hours, at least, or at least an hour or 2.
Yeah, sometime less than 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half.
So, question 2. I know your skin is mostly gone, but I'm asking you to. Darius isn't that squeamish about the wounds. He was just worried that this guy was just gonna die. It was better. It's better. Could you use more descriptors for thing?
I mean, creature made of dirt.
Okay, that's good. All right, that's good. When you say dirt, do you mean as in covered or
Like
made up entirely of?
Made up entirely of.
Hot damn.
Was it slouching?
No, I'm sorry
in
for
the
your people.
sewers? How tall was it? Anything that you know might help us.
I've seen those things crush horses before. It's not going to be a fun play.
Its size changed. 12 feet, maybe?
Yes, that's about.
That could morph. Interesting.
Did it morph, or was it more just amorphous shifting?
It looked humanoid in shape,
Okay. Yes.
but
DM, can I make an Arcana check?
morphed. Yeah, sure, go for it.
What's my
Arcana?
previous 24 on my history? Does this sound what I think it sounds like?
What do you think it sounds like?
a clay golem, a golem of some sort.
That'd be
Could be.
two.
You don't get anything from your Arcana check. It could be.
I'm moving forward with that assumption.
It blocks me and Simon off completely, but like I said, Simon got out and I don't know, he's somewhere in the city, but
Okay.
Sergeant
Need
Marcus
to track him down for a full reward.
Sergeant Marcus and the two
Third.
others ran down a side tunnel, which I think, well, my thinking was that if I backed route round this way, I might be able to get to the front side of where they would have been running to, and maybe cut myself some time. It's a maze down here. I'm just trying my best.
It didn't really work out. Third question, last one.
Can I
then
stand up?
I'll let you.
Yes.
I mean, no one's
Okay.
stopping you.
You're all crowding around me.
Well, you see, we rescued you, so there is concern for your life, but you are fine, so you may stand up.
Yeah. You look pretty bad.
weakly does get to his feet and looks at the tattered armor and
You are.
everything.
Don't
he's
look
in.
at the mirror, at least until you mentally prepare for that. You are missing a lot of your epidermis. It's just gone.
Okay.
You look like shit, my friend.
Okay. Well, I'm lucky I don't own a mirror.
That's good. Avoid pools of standing water, like clear water.
I do not believe there is much clear water in Redbury.
So you guys are
Other
looking
people.
for us? Sorry, I just got out of
Yes.
the plant.
We know.
The patrol
We
that
took you-
came down
we
here
got
is
you
what we're
out.
searching for.
Okay.
The third question, last one. When you were ambushed, and think back, details. When you were ambushed, you were separated. You had a second individual with you. That person got out. You doubled back through here. What was the last thing you saw of your other 3 companions? Were they alive and fighting? Were they running and fighting? Were they already
running retreat
dead?
down the main corridor,
Down the main corridor, so opposite direction. that
which is
you
why
were-
I've
that you
doubled
were
back.
moving
Yeah.
towards. Okay. That was it.
What's your name?
I'm Jamie.
Jamie. Okay.
You know what
Do you
day
think you
it
can make
is?
your way back?
Yeah. It's if I can go back that way and up the ladder, I should know how to get back.
Don't get eaten by new plant.
I do have
That's another
one other-
question.
I do have another question. You said it attacked you. How did it attack you? I mean, did it just try to strangle you, punch you, beat you to the death? What happened?
It
Any
was-
unusual things it may have done?
Other than being made of clay or dirt.
It kind of threw the. It was kind of mainly throwing itself around,
Okay, that's right.
but it looked like it just came out of the wall at us.
I'm going to scan the walls with that knowledge.
Yeah, you look at the walls. Subtle hints of slow-growing moss.
Is there still any moss on him?
No, Braun was picking that off of him.
Another
and I-
question.
Gesturing
Even-
at areas too.
Another question. Even though he's been cure wounded fairly successfully with a full roll on that. Does he still have like? I mean, he was missing most of his skin from what you said. Does he still have like open wounds? Because he's in a sewer. So I was wondering,
No,
is
so
it
with-
better for
with
him just
cure-
to stay here? than
with
to
the
try
cure
and-
wounds, it has clone over. It's just have you seen like a properly healed burn scar?
Yes.
like that is now what
Okay.
covers
Just
a
everywhere.
lot of his body. Yeah,
All right.
it's not open wound. It is
Good.
closed wound. Just horrific, unfortunately for this person. It might, you never know. It might heal a bit better over time. This is just what the magic has done to start
Raw.
with. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you should go back. You should probably inform your sergeant or whoever. Who did we get the job from? Who was that again?
Ethelbert.
Sergeant Ethelbert.
God, Sergeant Ethelbert, yeah.
Yeah. Tell him that we were the ones that helped you. It's mostly, I mean, that's mostly just for contractual reasons. Then after that, definitely sleep.
And keep your wounds covered.
Or is it better for him not to sleep? Like, what's the medical?
I'm getting conflicting messages here, but I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, go back to the
Probably.
surface, cover your wounds, sleep, and try not to move too much.
For peace of mind, if you find any more of that moss on you, dry and hot is what you're looking for to deal with it. Dry and hot.
Dry and hot. Got it. Okay. Thank you.
If there's a sauna,
It sort of
somewhere,
limps away.
Fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Limps away.
We maybe have a torch to give him so he can see.
Damn it. Yes, I give him a torch.
Okay. He turns back, grabs the torch, and continues.
Got
away.
9 left.
I hope you find them. And
I hope you get alive.
Yeah, me too.
Oh. Wait, can you... Is your hand dexterous enough to draw
He's
just a
got-
map? Just a map.
After he leaves, I'm gonna say we probably should have asked him for his tabard just in case.
Well, I didn't want to make that. I didn't want to make it about money. Honestly, right then and there.
Since you say contractual reasons didn't want to make it about money, okay then.
Well, he was recently almost dead, so bringing up contractual obligations, it just seems somewhat of a faux pas.
I do not recall signing a contract, but okay.
It's a verbal contract. We are contractors down here. It is a verbal contract, which is still somewhat binding.
I would like to throw a bit more fire at this moss thing.
I think I pretty much got it.
You got it enough that it burnt away, but there is very slowly it's starting to reappear in the cracks of the walls.
Anybody got any chalk for a hazard drawing, like warning?
I want to go away from it.
Yeah, actually I do.
Yeah.
I will make a
that-
chalk marking saying, stay away from the moss.
Okay.
How many languages do you know? Just have it in 3 or 4. Just
Only 3 or 4?
how many
Use
do you
the
know?
universal signifiers. You draw the moss with the big red circle and the line through it, and then you draw fire with a circle and a check mark next to it.
Yeah, I'll draw a warning of some kind.
Okay.
Which is like
you leave
a
her.
plot.
You leave her. Don't feed the plants on the on the wall.
Especially after midnight.
Yeah. It's late night. Let's.
Don't feed the mogwai. Bastard's a tricky one.
What are we doing?
That is one down and another who escaped, so 3 more to go, and we have an idea of what we're tracking, but we need to follow the trail.
See, the question is, did his friend who escaped, was he was that already included in our contract? Like, was that did they know that
We'll
he had
find out
gotten
that
out?
once we get back to the surface, sure.
If they had been missing a day, I would assume they would have rendezvoused.
Yeah, and just means that he escaped from the moss, and from this, it does not necessarily mean that he got upstairs.
Yeah.
He seems pretty sure his friend got to the surface.
He just said escaped.
Well, honestly, I don't trust him mentally. He was just whatever that was. All right. I guess.
Depending on how far we've come down here, he may have gone up in Yellow Hand territory and it not gone well for him.
Leon,
Maybe he should have left his tabard.
Either way, we should continue.
I mean, if you really want to, you could probably catch up to him. He was limping pretty bad. He's
No. His friend Simon should have left the tabard.
Oh, Simon. Well, I mean, okay, true. But I mean, if we
Let him
really
go and-
want that tabard, we can just go and we can just jump him right now.
But there are 3 tabards with First Marcus, so let's go that way first.
As a note, he did give us directions to where the Simon disappeared from. We could check there first before we follow the track farther if we're so curious.
I say we deal with the primary threat first, and then clean up the area afterwards. Because then we don't have to worry.
And also,
Remember where the
3 people missing. Simon's 1 man. If we must make the difficult calls, that's the kind of call we must make.
Primary threat neutralized, and then we can take our time with the rest.
As
Sure.
you continue to talk, you hear some sort of noise further down into the sewer. Did it sound like a large sort of moaning, maybe? But it had a sort of. It didn't sound creature-like, more like a shifting, making a almost when you give an inanimate object human ideas, a natural movement that sounded like moaning.
So we all heard that?
Yeah, everybody heard that. It was.
All right. Yeah, primary threat. I
Let us
Shield
trust that.
lights up.
And then let's go deal with it.
I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis upon myself.
How long does Armor of Agathis last? Just as a
1 hour.
Okay, cool. You do that.
I
Yes.
continue to have my sword out.
Okay. What is your marching order?
I think Ruby be in the middle.
I will be
Technically-
second.
I'll take the lead.
I'll take the rear.
Sure.
So, that is.
To be
So it would be
Darius,
Darius,
Kalmar, Ruby.
Elmar, Ruby, Zedaar, Zep, and Kifis would be wherever he manages to squeeze his tiny little raccoon body in.
Okay.
Kifis would
He's just
probably
been
be just in front of me.
He's just been eating the moss this whole time.
No, man, it tastes quite good.
He's scraping it off and putting it like a little crackers.
I could totally imagine him doing that as well.
My.
Just sitting there.
Okay.
It's a regrowing food
He
source.
bites back.
Quite spicy.
A little bit spicy.
You eat it, it eats you. It's a really weird texture going down.
Like extreme pineapple.
It's burning, but not spicy.
Extreme pineapple.
It's got a bite to it.
Extreme pineapple. Sorry, what?
Just got a bite to it. High five.
Pineapple has
No.
an enzyme that breaks down meat.
Yeah, I have
So when
absolutely no problem with calling it extreme pineapple.
Yeah. If you didn't know that, that's why pineapple has
not
that
calling it
spicy
monster.
or has that zing to it. Is it's
This
biting you back.
Pineapple now. Congratulations.
Okay. Extreme
That's why it's
pineapple.
also good on ham.
Yeah, but I wish to be away from extreme pineapple.
Okay, so you continue. You continue down these passageways. The moaning sound gets louder and louder as you progress down, and you just keep hearing this noise. It's like before you start hearing the shouts of humans as well, or humanoid, should I say? Yeah. Quick, before it comes again, get over here. And with that,
Yeah, don't like that. Don't like that. No.
I need an adult.
you need an adult. With that, we're gonna go
Just
ahead
let
and
it
take our
play
break.
out.
We're gonna go ahead and take our break.
Wait out here. Let it play out.
We're going to pull out our folding chairs, pull out the popcorn, and just
I'm gonna need you guys.
go.
Well,
Really
I'm
want to
gonna-
see how
I'm-
this goes.
I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative, and we're gonna take our break.
Well, you have us roll initiative.
Yeah, I know. Well, exactly.
You're going to roll our
We're gonna
initiative,
take a
and
five. We're gonna take a 5 to 10 minute break here. We'll be back with the second half and some combat. So use this time. Take a bio break. Grab yourself some water. Hydrate. Move around, and we'll see you in a moment.
And Cora calls, and your spirit is drawn to a world much deeper than you know. Through storms and squalls, from dusk till dawn, toward glorious shores you'll go. No voice of man can fulfill you as well. She asked no favor, no fee. Yet in her depths the richest men dwell, and in her you long to be. A lady is the sea. She'll rise and fall for thee. Fill your heart, fill your lungs, sailing towards everlasting life upon her shores. Men they will pray, but she doesn't hear them. Oceans sway, you disappear beneath them.
Sailors, mend your stations. She will lure you to your grave.
The ocean tides will saw your body set free. Always heed her crimson sky, lest your night be night. Lady is the sea. She'll rise and fall for thee. Fill your heart, fill your lungs, sailing toward everlasting life upon her shores. And men will pray, but she doesn't listen. Oceans will sway, sweep entire worlds away. Now won't you sailors hold your breath? On winds that day she will call you. Her love won't go unseen. The clouds may spin, the storm may brew, and soon you will be with your queen. Swim swiftly as sunrise, your last laugh won't meet your eyes. A lady is the sea, she'll rise and fall for thee. Fill your heart, fill your lungs, soon you'll be with me. And Cora calls, and your spirit is gone. Your days at sea go on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Elendor Chronicles. We left off as the party heard roaring up ahead and the calls of combat. And we're going to go ahead, and we've rolled initiative, and we're going to go ahead into this combat.
I'm sorry, Belmer.
It's not even me. I didn't
my
roll
God.
this.
Oh
He
my
rolled
God.
it for me.
The program rolls
I
it
didn't
for
even
you.
notice that.
But
What's your initiative bonus?
+1.
+1? So you rolled a 1.
you rolled a natural 1.
Oh my God. What god did you smite? Did you spur? Like, what did you?
My
Lol,
Syrinscape
forgive
is-
me.
What did you,
My Syrinscape
what did you
is
cry
currently
out at the
down. I'm
sky
refreshing it
at? Like, what, one night?
Yeah, and I just want to say here, I see nothing but blackness on this map.
I can see from
Can I
Yeah,
switch
actually,
my
nothing but
warlock
blackness.
patron to the patron of luck, perhaps? Is that doable?
There is a god of luck. Cannot remember our main off the top of that. You can't see anything.
I cannot see anything. It is a totally black map.
Double check that token was correctly placed. It wasn't taken from the sheet, but it was taken. The sheet token was placed in the combat tracker. Combat tracker token was dragged onto the map.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that.
There's a specific procedure when you're trying to deal with tokens and maps and fantasy grounds. That's kind of annoying.
Can you see now?
you're muted.
No, it's still black.
Okay.
Are you on the correct map?
I'm on sewer fight.
No, it's mud
No.
fight.
Mud fight.
fight.
Sorry.
Mud fight. Ah,
Mud fight. There's where you're.
yes, you're
That's
correct.
why you couldn't
There
see
is a
anything.
distinction there. There we go. We are good.
That's because the tokens no longer are linked because you've replaced them. So that's why you couldn't
Hold
see.
on. I need
That's
to
good.
restart my Syrinscape program because I've lost sound. So it's all go
I
here.
must have missed the semantics of we're on mud fight, not sewer fight. That's me.
Even though we're technically in a sewer
Look,
fighting.
look. My naming convention is
Specific speed out generalization.
yeah.
It's better than some of the names I've given to maps, like without realizing it.
I have sound now.
I use a lot of alphanumeric codes when I'm putting maps and getting them organized.
Don't
So
forget that it's supposed to be on my order. My
yes,
initiative.
I'm gonna adjust him now. So you got a 12. So Braun is also a 12. Okay, so Ruby, you're up first. You hear the cries of battle, and just ahead of you, as you've turned this corner as a group, you see this large, billowing composite of mud chasing down 3 humanoid figures in the familiar guard's robe.
Is there a range tracker? How far away something is from
can-
me?
You can target.
Oh, okay.
and-
Each square is 5
5
feet.
feet, okay.
Each
And
square
this
is
is a-
5 foot.
Can I move to here? Oops, sorry. Here. No. Here, then to here. Okay,
So
is that gap jumpable?
yes, if you give me an acrobatics check. Just as a point out, the water is somewhat stationary, but is considered rough ground, rough terrain.
Oh.
half speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So feel free to give me an acrobatics check and jump over.
That'd be
it's almost a
whopping
200-foot.
6. She slips.
She doesn't slip, and it's not. Sorry, it just means that you're going to use the 20 rather than the 15 of your move
Okay.
to get over across that.
Okay, I'm gonna get. All right, I'm gonna get its attention. She's gonna gather up the energy, and she's gonna flick a firebolt in the mud critter's general direction.
Sure. Go for it.
Oh, I wasn't clicking on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, make sure you're targeting the creature first.
Okay, I think I'm clicking on it. 22.
A 22 hits.
Clicked me. Okay. I clicked it. Okay, and damage. That's a 9.
9 points of damage as you launch out a firebolt towards this creature. It hits it square in the back. It roars But it doesn't seem to have turned around to you. It seems fixated on the humanoid in front of it currently.
You're gonna have to apply that, Midge, because it looks like.
Yes, I'm doing that currently.
Yeah.
And I have it clicked.
Well, what you got to do is you got to just try it once and keep an eye on the tracker, because it'll update on the tracker before it updates visually. So sometimes you can like accidentally like undo it before it's doing.
I can't tell if I have it selected. That's what I'm.
Have your token selected so that it has the bubble around it. Then control click on the monster.
Control click. Okay.
And now it says on the combat tracker that you're targeting unidentified creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
So noted for next
That's
time.
how you keep track. Yeah. No, we're all.
All right, that's my turn.
Is it?
I believe it's your turn next.
Okay. I was waiting for the combat tracker to tell me it was my turn. But, all right.
Yeah, it's at the end of your turn, Ruby.
Yeah, I'm done.
Lovely. Darius.
There we go. Alrighty then. There's a problem in the fact that there is a lot of distance and almost all of it's water. Is there a lip like between the corridor and the muddy ground that I have to worry about, or is it just a?
It's probably 2 foot down.
Okay, so not a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how deep water is too.
It's probably knee height, waist height for you.
Okay. Just double checking my thing. Seeing if I have any
Middling shin
mobility.
height for Brawn.
Is Kifis okay? Is he gonna drown? Just
Kifis is
walking?
like 5 foot. He's good.
I choose to believe he's just a raccoon. I choose to believe he is a normal raccoon height. Okay. Yeah, nothing I can do that gives me extra movement. All right. So I'm just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just gonna go to the edge of the water right there.
Okay, sure thing.
All right. Is there a check I could do that I could get its attention?
Why have my cameras changed? That was very weird. All of the camera panels layout just changed suddenly.
Yeah, nothing changed on Discord. We should be
No,
good there.
I think Discord just updated to so like the Discord full screen now is different. So I've unfull screened it and it's fine. That was weird. Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah, don't know. Yeah. Is there anything I can do to get its attention?
I mean, you can
Like
certainly
I-
try something.
like-
I'm not. What do you want
I
to
shot
try?
it in the bloody back and didn't get his attention.
Well, maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's not a way. Can I use a persuasion check or a performance or an intimidation? of some
We're supposed to
sort?
taunt you a second time.
Yeah.
There is a roaring creature of the earth, and in front
I
of you.
understand this. I have no ranged weapons other than a thrown axe, which I cannot throw that far.
I need
I'm
you to
good.
tell me what you want to do, and I will give you a recommended check with it. You know how
okay,
this
can
works,
I-
Roach. I'm not
I'm
spoon
fishing
feeding
here.
you what to do.
I'm fishing. Let me do this. All right. Can I do a persuasion check? Can I try and get it looking towards me, or is that more of intimidation? I'm trying to get it to look at me. I'm trying to get it to
What are you
come
doing?
like maybe say me like I don't have a shield. I was thinking of a shield bash, but I don't really have that. You ever hear like a sword that gets like hit against something metallic, like that the twang of a sword? I'm trying to get its attention with that. I'm using like the axe like handle to kind of get it looking towards me. Is that now? What would that be? Would that be a what would I roll for that?
I guess a performance check.
Performance. Okay. I'll do that. Just gotta check. Do I have to do this before or after? I'm going to add a superiority die to this. Okay. And then a D8 on top of that. D8? Yeah, it's D8. 16.
Okay. Give me the noise that you're making, Darius.
Midge, you know this is not. You know that's not fair. You know I have a limited range on everything.
No, you don't.
I do. I do.
You start making noise and being as
It's
loud
like a
as you possibly.
metallic. I'm trying. I'm hitting it. I'm hitting like a
Are
sword.
you saying
on the,
anything
on the
with it,
flat
or are
end.
you just going ding ding?
I need you to go
It's
to
a
your
dinner bell.
kitchen and get your pots and pans and start making bangs.
Yeah,
can
Midge.
actually- I
Yeah,
can
Midge. Hit your
recreate this.
expensive swords together. Yeah.
You just go.
do that.
So no noise. You're just going.
I mean, yeah, basically.
Those swords now.
But
Please
Creature
stop.
wonders if there's a fight
Stop it,
behind it, but
please.
he can't be bothered to turn around to check.
It just took a fireball to the back. What are you
I'm
doing?
sure. I literally can't do anything. It's this or nothing. This has a chance. Okay? This has a chance, and we just got a performance by Midge. So it was worth it.
Okay,
So, Midge, did anything happen?
I'm gonna roll.
I'm being
gonna find
creative here.
out. I know. As you start making a ruckus behind the creature, you hear it as it turns round, a gaping maw of dripping mud revealed to you. A small flower on the top of its head.
Oh, that's adorable.
And it is now fixated on you rather than the
To lodge
guard.
a formal protest that it cared
of
more about him than it did my firebolt to the back.
Look,
Darius
some-
takes a split second to think, oh, didn't think that one through. Help! That's the end of my turn, because I used my full movement to get there.
I would, but I'm technically last in the initiative from you now.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn. It's now.
I have nothing else to do.
Its go. So it
Come on.
is.
Come on, boy.
So you see it look at you and then sink into the water.
Oh,
And it's gonna go.
no. We learned something! We learned something!
And it just
Getting
suddenly
flashbacks to the Tremors movies.
reforms out of the water and mud in front of,
course it
you,
does.
and
Yep.
it's going to hit you, or try to anyway. It is targeting Darius, so it's going to take. That's a natural 20. As
Okay.
a large fist comes swarming towards
Hold on
you.
a second. Do I get anything? Actually, do I have anything, or do I just take this on the chin with 25?
It is a
HP?
natural 20. It's going to hit you pretty much regardless of what you do.
Well, I was looking. I know there's some things I can do to take away, like points or something like that from damage, but I don't
Did you
think
do Jensen's Duelist?
I don't think I took any of that. So that's. I am a duelist. I am a duelist fighting style, but I don't.
But not
have
defensive
that.
duelist, yeah.
Yeah, not defensive duelist. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
He's talking to you, Midge.
Okay. Well, you're going to take
All of the damage.
27 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams
How
into
am
you
I
with its
alive?
another fix.
Oh wow, guys, things are bad. Things are bad.
And it's going to take.
Things are
its-
bad, guys. Things are very bad. This is how many I've got left.
It's going to take its second attack.
Don't do this to me, bitch.
This is what you get for rolling so obnoxiously well.
Oh,
I've rolled like
sorry.
6 ones
there.
today. This is.
Oh,
No.
I.
Go ahead, Midge. Don't pull those punches. You
It
could have
hits
pulled
again.
some punches. You could have pulled some punches. I'm dead. I'm dead, guys. I can't do anything.
And this is the sound of silence now.
And
So remember that
Darius
all that
goes
art-
down with a second
that art-
Oh my
slap.
god! Your
Um,
average
art
is
that was-
14? What the fuck are you rolling?
All that beautiful art that was just commissioned for you? Yeah.
So this creature
So the
just
equivalent
popped
of
out.
thing is sinks. Okay, we learned something.
As Darius falls over. That is
I'm
the
delicate.
end of its turn.
just
Zedaar,
fall down.
you've just watched Darius get slapped.
I like to believe it's
Yeah.
like my lights getting switched off. I am a living person and then meat.
About plans and them not surviving contact with the enemy, just smacking the ever-living crap out of you and that stuff. Zedaar is going to move up to. We'll move around to here.
I thought I had a
From behind!
Yep, sure.
We saved the guards.
Don't want to have him selected. I can't deselect Valmer for some reason. Something's gone wrong with him.
There's a crosshair with a line through it in the top right of your
Yes,
map.
just use that
You
one.
can-
That'll
yeah,
do.
you can- that'll
Okay.
clear.
All right. Bonus action. We're gonna throw a healing word his way.
Go for it.
My character sheet closed. Why did my character sheet close? Back up character sheet. Boop.
That's the quickest I've had a character just be wrecked.
I have no idea.
Take 9 points of healing there, Darius. As an action, I'm gonna. This thing's gonna come for somebody, and I don't want it to be me. So I'm gonna take the dodge action for now because I can't cast another spell. Dodge action. That's my turn.
Okay. Dodge adds what? 3 to your AC, is it?
Attack rolls against me have disadvantage,
Oh, disadvantage. That's it.
and I have advantage on dex saves.
Thank you. Okay.
Against creatures he can see.
Zep
Yeah, okay.
and Oberon.
I will be tapping. Actually, will I do that? That wouldn't work. I am going to pull out a tube of iron, and I'll get a javelin. I'll put the javelin inside. I'll aim along the side, and I will launch this javelin at
Go
the
for
big
it.
man.
Launch the javelin at the big man. So this is a catapult spell, correct?
Yes. And I will make sure I have him actually selected like
This
that.
is your
I'm
harpoon
prone,
Zuko.
right?
You are currently
Yeah.
prone, yes.
Okay, yeah.
And he's firing this from the back of from Braun, so it is 7 foot up anyway.
I need
Plus
the
the
healing.
2-foot ledge. This is going to be flying above you at about 9 feet above you in the air. So it fails. Its dexterity save. So go ahead and roll damage.
I did roll it.
Yeah, I know. It's the dice have.
Did
There
you
we
roll?
go. There we are.
One of them rolled off of the table.
Yeah, I think one of them
essentially, 'cause
rolled off of the table and it was going, where's it gone? So yeah, you see this javelin of yours catapult its way out of the tube and just plunge straight into the thick mud as the mud you're looking at this creature and the mud is sort of flowing on it, almost like it's a constant movement of mud, and it just carves a great hole and then gets sort of crumpled a little bit in its own body. But yeah, you hit it.
Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I just need to check one thing. Ah, shoot, I can't remember how exactly that one works. I think I'm going to move that. So, we are going to move. I'm going to imagine that Braun's under me rather than the tile next to. So-
I'm imagining, for the purposes of this, I'm imagining that Braun is where you guys are, and your character token is just there so you can select it.
Oh, okay, so, all right. Then I will deselect that. I will select Braun. I'm going to use my bonus action to activate Braun and say, okay, we need to move forwards and protect the noble.
Okay.
Not the nobility.
I'm right here.
How much movement does Braun have? Oh, cool.
40.
Nice.
I'm good too.
I'm just going to move you behind him for thingy's sake.
Cool.
Is
I
that
mean,
your
one thing I
turn?
would suggest is you can put characters on like the half action, so you could put me half on Braun,
That's true.
There you go.
I will do that.
and that is us done.
Okay, Zep and Braun are complete. It's Kifis' turn. Right, Kifis is going to go, oh no, Mudman, not cool. And how much movement does Kifis get?
35.
Yeah, I think it's like 35. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Kifis, do you have any ranged weapons?
Darts.
Just throws whatever's in his pockets at the time.
Bit of moss.
No. He's got...
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's throw the moss at it so the moss covers it and it becomes a moss clay creature.
the moss, yeah, it just sits and eats you. He's not got any ranged weapons other than his net. Would Kifis
Sure,
throw his
that'll
net
help.
at it? Well, if it's throw its net, it won't work because it's a large creature as well. I don't think he'd know that. He's just gonna. He's
Also,
just
it's made out
gonna.
of mud.
He's just gonna patient defense. He's just gonna patient defense.
Yeah. So he can also just take the dodge action like I did.
True.
Well, he can take patient defense though, and that gives him
That-
some extra. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it gives
That
him
some
actual
extra.
AC bonus, I believe, as
Sure.
well as the disadvantage.
Well, patient defense is he can spend a key point to dodge as a bonus action, but if he's not using his action, he can just dodge
Oh.
as an action.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he takes the dodge action then.
Oh,
So
okay.
guard one. You guys
leave me out here.
have a spear.
ran away. He bravely ran.
So we all run up to reinforce Darius, and then we just sit there trying to not get
Yeah.
hit.
Derek's just on the ground, just going. God.
This guy's gonna turn to the sergeant and go, Sarge, what do we do? There's people there now.
Are they gonna try to save us now?
They are guards. It is their job.
And he's going to
It'd be funny if they
Pulls out a
killed
sword and starts clanging him together.
15, 20, 25.
They kill it now.
30.
Just go out.
He's gonna take 30 and then 5, 10, 15.
It's a good thing
20,
we're here,
25,
citizen.
30. Done. That's that one's turn. Guard 2 is the one that's hurt. He's just gonna 5, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. Try to get out. He's like, I'm not dealing with that thing. I'm not dealing with that thing. As he moves away. And then the one that's the sergeant was also gonna, oh god damn it, and move again. He's gonna rush into on the other flank. Valmir.
Is he gonna do a performance check to get its attention?
All right. So
He
as a
double
bonus
moved.
action, I would like to Hexblade's curse this clay face.
Yeah, okay. You Hexblade's curse, Hexface, Clayface.
Yes,
I'm
Hexblade's curse.
also just gonna identify this creature as
You
well.
just there you go.
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah, I know.
So,
My cursor is
So-
bigger than the buttons.
okay. So I Hexblade's curse Clayface, and I then move 30 feet to there,
Okay.
and then I will try and hit it with my glaive because it is a reach weapon.
Yeah, no, go for it.
So, can Valmir hit anything today? Does a 14 hit?
You can target the creature and it will tell you if it hits or not.
Oh, I thought I had. Okay, my bad.
But a 14 does hit, I believe.
Oh, sick.
In fact, it just hits.
Hey, so I will do the damage.
Make sure you're selecting the creature first.
Yeah, I'm going now. I do 3 damage to the clay face. Yeah, that is it. That is my turn.
as you sink your glaive up into the moving pile of mud, it seems like the mud, as you press in, slows the attack. It looks like it hurts it, but not as much as you'd think.
Well, fuck. Okay, that is my turn.
I don't like our odds.
Ruby.
The castards
your
need to
turn.
start pulling a lot of weight in this fight.
See if this works. Ruby's going to pull out her diamond, twirl about her fingers before she's going to start casting a chromatic orb, and she is going to amp it up and power it even higher to second level. And we're going to throw chromatic orb fire at this mud elemental. I think it's going to be a clay golem by the time I'm done with it.
Go for it.
Gonna make you into pottery.
Ah.
So the chromatic orb flies out and it just hits it in the shoulder but bounces off and hits into the ceiling of this sort of more cavernous chamber within the sewer.
Shit! And that's my turn.
Okay. Darius, you just got slapped about by a sentient pile of mud. What are you doing?
Why am I on the ground?
You got slapped by a giant pile of mud.
You're alive! Keep fighting!
I'm gonna look down at guys.
He's just coughing and getting up on his
I can't wait for the Zedaar t-shirts. You're not dead until I say you are!
Darius gets up using half his movement.
Yep. So you've still got 15 feet of movement.
I still have 15 feet of movement. It has reach, which means I can't run without risking attack of opportunity and dying immediately, since it rolls 2d, I think 2d8s, so its average damage will kill me. I have 9 HP.
On Darius, find your second wind. Get up.
Shit! I forget, I'm a fighter. This thing.
You're welcome.
Any toys?
Is that the metagaming sewer pigeon?
I spent years playing as a sorcerer, okay? That's what I know. I know how to be a sorcerer. Ask me to manage sorcery points, fucking on it. But, okay, what's second wind?
You just get some health back.
It's your second level
Right.
thing. As a bonus action, you can roll.
It's a bonus action.
I believe it's a
1d10
bonus action.
plus fighter level.
Yeah.
I put it in the chat.
Limited, yeah, it doesn't say what action.
Oh, yeah, you're
bonus
right.
action. There it is. No, it says a little bit later.
I think second wind is actually just. It's not. Is it a bonus action or is it just?
It is.
It's a bonus
On your turn, you can use a bonus action to regain HP equal to your 1d10 plus your fighter level, and I am a fighter level 3, so that's 1d10 plus 3.
You jammy,
Hey!
you jammy bastard.
So there we go. That's
See?
so I just
Zedaar
need
didn't
to,
cop out on the
I
healing.
need to do
He just
basic
trusted his
mathematics.
to be fine.
I need to do basic mathematics, which is
It's
my
10, so you're 9.
worst. Huh? What was that?
It's 10, so you're at 9.
Oh, I know I'm level 3, so it's 13.
Oh, right. 12, so 7.
12.
Or no, 12. Fucking hell. God.
Basic maths, Roach.
Basic maths.
That's my
Playing
worst
the-
subject.
Don't do basic maths. Is this not clear?
It's a worst subject. Okay, there we go. I'm back in the green. That's good. Okay, with
Yeah, you're
yeah, I'm fine, guys. I'll be fine.
Totally fine. Nothing's going wrong here.
Yeah. I'm just going to. I'm going to shift over. So that's 10 feet, right? Because of the thing, and then I'm going to shift over.
It's 5. It'll be so it'd be 5 feet in 5. Like yeah. So it'd be.
I wanna go
that
there.
would be 15. Yeah. So that's your
Yeah.
15.
Yeah. I'm going to try and flank. I'm going to try and get around the flank for one of you to potentially fight him. Let me get to your chance. Oh, fuck, I guess I got to attack it now. This isn't going to go well. So
Yeah. Just as a note, I know I don't want to do it now, but I did take Great Weapon Fighter and I rolled a 2. I should have been able to re-roll the damage.
Okay. Just make sure you.
So I'm going to attack it with my longsword.
Okay.
even with a D8 superiority dice, if I wanted to use that, I would have to get
6.
I'd have to get a 6, which is it's not a 50.
Considering we know its AC is 14, you know you
That's what I'm
can't hit
saying.
it.
Well, no, I can.
You can't.
It's-
Sorry,
it's-
I looked at the number rolled, not the number you got. Again, that's
Yeah, no, I've got a +4 to this. I'm good. It's just no, I'm gonna save those because this doesn't seem like a fight I want to waste those on. So I'm good. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
All right.
It's go.
Yep.
It's going to
Eeny,
look
meeny,
around.
miny, Darius.
It's going to attack the person that it's seen Darius, and it's summarized that
He's crawling on the ground.
less of a threat, and he's going to try and attack one of the peoples that did damage to him. And he is going to attack Valmir.
Fuck! Come at me if you think you're hard enough. Come on.
So, with a backhand, he swings towards Valmir.
25? Oh my god!
Just slams right in. And does.
Critical hit.
Oh no! That's a lot of damage. I've been rolling high. I do apologize.
That's fine.
And then he's now gonna turn
Easy
his
for
attention
you to say back there,
to...
Valmir.
As the clay man hits me and it goes, ow! My armor of Agathis
Yes.
inflicts some.
Have you actually
damage.
applied that to yourself?
I have indeed, and here is the damage. Haha!
Nice.
Take that, bastard.
It actually should have taken double damage on that. So I'm
Sick.
gonna adjust that.
I can click it again.
That is 32 wounds.
Why would it have taken double damage?
So you
Vulnerable, probably.
you see that the creature's arm hits and cracks into the armor of Agathis. The cold seeps up its arm and it begins to freeze over slightly. It has a special effect. And as you notice that this happens, its body, sort of the outer shell of muddy water freezes over, and its movement is much more restricted. That is the end of its turn. End of its turn.
Did that?
No, you have another
Elemental
attack. You have another attack.
Like
You
20
have another
damage
attack.
to me.
Oh, I did, and
That
I
was gonna go to
targeted.
me.
Yeah, but the cold may have done something there.
Oh.
Do I, and I noticed that it's the freezing has done.
Yes.
Guys, it does not like the cold. Hit it with the cold. Ah.
Okay. Says the fire mage.
You saying that, Zedaar, immediately for the second time, his plan goes out the window. He's like, all right. As he is going to move forward to here, and as he reaps forward, he's just going to lean his arms back, press his head forward, and breathe a cone of cold on this thing.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yes. Give me your cold breath. I'm going to quickly just check the syntax on the creature so it actually takes that cold damage properly.
Fuck yes, Zedaar.
And it actually failed. Huzzah.
It failed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
tell me
why
when
the
you're good.
Yeah, I'm just checking the syntax.
That's the mud creature has failed its check. Like I think
Yeah.
that's good.
Let's.
Yeah,
let's,
it's good.
Let's try that.
Good.
If it doesn't, I'll do it manually again.
7.
Oh, you. Yep.
Yeah, it didn't do the vulnerable. Okay. So 7 plus another, so 39 plus. It'd be 40. Simple math, 46.
Simple math, Mitch.
7 plus 7 is 14.
Yes, I know, but it already applied
Come
the
on,
7.
Mitch. You're only running the entire game.
So I was only doing the 7.
Okay.
And a stream.
Are you doing anything else?
Yes, I'm gonna use a bonus action because my buddy Valmir here looks like he is also suffering slightly, and we got extra spells to burn today. So I'm gonna throw a second level healing word at him because he is also standing on the front line, and I don't want him to die.
So
Awesome.
they don't
he will
find out
be back at 11.
this thing's Roman pack.
Nice.
Thank you, my friend.
Just another one.
That's my turn.
It's a
Okay.
pod of them
Zep.
coming out of the water.
I'm going to use my bonus action, tap my friend on the shoulder, and just say, Braun, show us what you can do. And Braun is going to move forwards to here.
Okay.
And then Zep is going to, as Braun is like striding forward, Zep's going to reach into his pouch and pull forth a little vial of some luminous blue liquid he's got, and then just chuck it at the creature.
Yeah. Okay.
That a ray of frost?
This is going to be a spell, which is going to use a save. Check that I've got you targeted. I do. Not sure this will work.
It failed.
Oh, hell yes.
I don't think it's made a saving throw.
This is cold damage as well.
Okay, so I will take another one. So it's nice.
It is big and made of mud. I do not think it
Nice.
has much dexterity.
So this vial explodes on the mud creature, and where it hit, basically, it just starts to solidify and freeze
Nice.
as this liquid rapidly freezes him.
Just doused it in
Also-
antifreeze. Like, it's
basically. It also has disadvantage on its next attack.
Oh, okay.
And then Braun is gonna go and punch him. Because that's what Braun does.
Yeah.
And I
Go
just want
for
to hear
it.
the Pacific Rim music playing in the background as this giant robot is now fighting a giant monster.
What you need to do there, Ruby, is get enlarge as a spell and put it on Braun and just have him go to town on something. We actually have a kaiju battle.
Yeah, somebody needs to be playing heavy guitar the whole time because that's the only way to do it.
So
Unfortunately, yes.
yeah, so Braun goes to swing where he thinks the creature's gonna, but the added slow effect has made him misjudge his timing, and he misses. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Kifis. Seeing his friends, he is going to go 5, 10, jump into the water. 15. So that's 20, 30. And he's going to go to town on this. Right, what actions we got? So let us.
Pop.
Let's do a quarterstaff strike. He misses. Does he have to land the attack for his other thing? Okay, so I'm gonna spend a key point with him and learn how to monk as I go. Where is he keeping track of his key points? I saw this at some point. It was in his notes. No log.
The repetitive noise makes it easier. for you to
Yeah,
find
I
it.
know, totally. Anyway, he's going to spend a key point. He should have 9 at this level. So this will be the first one that'll be down to 8. To do the extra hits. So he's going to go for an unarmed attack.
The monk stuff.
20 hits. That is max damage. Nice. And with double pop, he gets a second one of those.
Double pop.
Double pop. Higgity pop.
Amazing.
The raccoon just misses with the quarterstaff, swings it onto his back, and then just goes with the claws and lands 2 pretty decent hits. That is Kifis's turn. It is the guards. This one is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This guard is running up, sees all the water, looks at the creature, looks at his spear. He's going to throw his spear. So
Is it within range? Because spears are.
yeah, 25 feet. So he's currently in. I believe. Oh no, it's 20
20,
max.
2060.
2060,
Oh,
2060. It's still going to try and throw it. It's going to throw it at
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Yep. He's going to go.
It's gonna hit the raccoon.
Ah. He dropped a 12. He would have hit with the 12, which is hilarious.
It's okay. He was trained at Stormtrooper Academy.
He throws his spear, looks at it, looks up and goes, "You guys got this."
No! Oh,
This
yeah,
is a-
now your spear is in the water!
It's 5. 30. This one is just hiding. And then the guard captain is just going to go. 10, 15,
Don't have it.
25.
Don't have it at all. Disarming oneself is a poor reason to get into combat.
Go to there, using all of his movement. Valmir.
Well,
Valmir is going to move perhaps to there, if that is okay.
get advantage.
Yep,
Flanking.
sure.
Yeah.
That will give you advantage on this next attack.
Is it also a... No, if I try Eldritch Blast, then it removes the advantage,
Correct.
because I'll be disadvantage. I am going to hit him with my glaive,
Do it.
even though it is not incredible. So I has advantage, and I rolls the dice.
You hit. Just.
hit.
Hey, just barely.
You know, I will take a hit, it does not matter.
Yeah, no.
And
Just
then I
damage.
do
Man,
this much
martial-
damage.
The
Not a
martial
lot.
classes have not been doing well this game, this fight.
I am also going to do the action surge, and
Okay.
I am going to hit Clayface again in the face with
Roll
the
with
glaive.
advantage. Yeah. Go for it.
That is so close, but I also hit the bastard, and
Yes,
I
you do.
I do more damage. I do this much damage.
Very
The
nice.
same.
you hit him once, and then you use a little bit of extra energy to just turn your glaive and go straight back where you were with the backstrike. Both hits landing. Again, you're still having that, like trying to push a glaive through water. But yes, you land those strikes. What are you doing with the rest of your turn? Anything else?
I think that is it for my turn. I am okay.
Okay, Ruby, you'll go, and Darius, you're on deck after this.
All right.
Yep.
Ruby's gonna take her down and go cold. Okay, let's see if I can actually do this. Once again, she's gonna cast Chromatic Orb, and this time she's gonna twinge the diamond about and mutter the incantation to make it cold.
Go for it. Launch a chromatic orb. I love the random splashing every
That's
now
a
and then we've got
2.
with this fight. It's great.
That's
That's
not-
a miss.
Yay.
Oh man.
My rolls. That's my turn.
Yep.
She just curses.
Okay.
Damn it! I don't
Again,
like cold.
the bit that's already frozen over, the cold, it just hits and bounces off again. The chromatic orb not landing true. Darius, it is your turn.
Can I get over to? Yeah, I can get over there with the full movement.
Yes, you can.
I regret my stormtrooper remark.
So that gives me advantage,
Yes, it does.
and I'm going to attack with my own liber course, my basic longsword.
Go for it.
That's 21.
Yep. And you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep. 10. Turns to a 5.
Yep.
And then I'm going to
It-
use my action
it's not looking so
surge.
hot.
No, I didn't think it was. I'm going to use my action surge, which it's a bonus action, right?
Action surge is a bonus action.
just
to
free.
use. It's no, it's a free action. You're right.
Oh, okay. And I get an extra attack with that, right?
Yeah.
So how fighter work?
How fighter? You swing
how
with a
fighter
sword,
do?
you hit. You sometimes swing extra sword. It hit.
Yeah.
You have dice to add to
And
sword.
you miss.
Hold on.
I have something for this.
In my
Superiority
experience
die.
as a fighter, you try something, you fail, and then you action surge so you can try it again, and then you typically fail again.
I may hit it. I have a superiority die.
Go for it.
I hit.
Hey,
You do. Just.
Yeah.
congratulations.
Wish
Well,
I had
hey,
a die.
Congratulations, my friend.
Shut up, you overgrown lizard. Let me have this.
Thanks
This
for
is just
nothing,
payment
you
for-
useless reptile.
The shade is so bad he can feel it coming from Zedaar, even though Zedaar's not saying anything.
It's the glare.
You hit, you do damage. Is that all you're doing?
I was dead 30 seconds ago, okay?
Yeah.
Or less than 10 seconds ago.
With the resolve of a fighter,
Yeah, so he fixed
you
you.
stand up and you land some strikes.
I mean, I did more damage than Valmir did last turn.
Yeah, no, true.
I've done nothing.
I did damage when I got hit. You just fell over like a sack of shit.
Guards are still alive.
They are.
I don't know what that means.
The slow, aching move of this creature as it rolls round, its body frozen.
Remember,
It misses. It doesn't matter.
Hold on.
I rolled a natural one.
Riposte.
Go for it.
Another superiority die, because fuck you.
Go for it. No, go.
Yeah.
Because fighters gotta
riposte.
fight.
Because fighter gotta fight. And I think riposte just means I get to just immediately attack when you miss me with the superiority die. So
I'm-
just gonna roll
yeah.
another attack.
It is the reaction.
Advantage. 21, which hits.
Go. Roll damage.
And 9.
Cool. It's gonna try and hit you again.
All right, go ahead.
This time, Braun's imposing disadvantage with deflect attack.
Nice. Okay.
I believe it already had disadvantage because of
It's
Damn
still
it.
hit
The first attack.
because
not
I rolled
correct.
2 8s. Oh no, I dropped a 16 and took an 8 and ended up as a 16. So,
Fucking, you have a +8 to your attack?
oh yeah. As this slams into you, Darius, knocking the wind out of you as mud piles around your body.
It's not great, guys.
Um,
It's not great.
That is its turn, however. Trapped and
On a
unable
scale
to
of 1 to 28, Darius is about a 24.
Okay. That's the
Let's not
I got-
metagame this.
No, I'm
About
pretty,
that in
I'm
the
pretty
future.
sure you can see each other's health. I explained this. Explained this to Lake, but basically, I put it down to the fact that you guys are well tuned of knowing each other by now. That you can understand when you get hit in the face, it hurt.
We've known each other for less than 48 hours.
I know, but even so,
But we get hit in face, it hurt. I mean, I don't know what my.
Yeah, true.
Zedar's
Zedaar is
understanding
going
of anatomy is pretty good. So, yeah.
It's really easy to tell when squishy people are injured because their bodies leak. Dragonborn do not show their wounds so well. I'm going to move to here, and as my action, I think screw it. Let's just throw a Sacred Flame at this guy.
Go for it.
Okay, don't heal me.
You know you can't dodge for shit.
It fails. Roll damage.
Hey!
7 points of Radiant.
7 points of radiant. With that, it's looking pretty hurt.
As a
Did you said earlier?
might need the spells later. That's my turn.
Okay. Zep.
Well, I'm going to pull out another little vial of luminous blue liquid, and I'm going to throw it at the mud boy.
Go for it. It failed.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
Damn, that's doubled, right?
Yep.
So took 10.
This creature now roaring as the ice now hits it up its spinal area. The mud cracking heavily, chunks falling off of it as the cold begins to disrupt its elemental form.
Braun, break it.
Ja.
I must break you.
He's gonna go and hit him.
Go
If
for
it
it.
dies, it dies. Wrong country, but whatever.
Just
Hey.
hits. I don't think he can. How does Braun do this?
Hey.
Just where the ice hit, and it's like on his spine. He's just going to punch straight through the spine. The fist appearing out the other end of this creature.
Oh, yeah. As in, doesn't he have weapons though? So isn't one hand a spear and one as a shield? Does he like break through with the shield?
Oh heck yeah! Just like pulverizes in half with the shield.
So Darius, in front of you, you just see chunks of
you just
flying
shower me
turf.
with heavy bits of clay.
You see shower of turf and mud. That this creature, it just roars as it like gets broken in half and then crumples. The energy life leaving its body. You are out of combat, and it is dead.
Well done, my friend.
I heal 6 points of damage.
Okay, give yourself those 6 points back.
You ever do that thing where you get hit so hard in the chest, you just do a little dry heave, and the Darius is just on the ground.
So what I imagine there is also you've just been hit by mud. So I know what that kind of feels. So I went out one night just to watch fireworks, like in my back garden, and I just remember looking up at the sky and then suddenly getting hit in the face by a bit of dirt that had been picked up by the rocket, and just.
Would you say it does 4 bludgeoning
out of
damage?
nowhere, just taking a hit to the face. I won't make him take any damage, but it's like a shock of there is mud everywhere. The little flower on the head of the creature now floating on top of the water.
I step on it.
You step on the. It's on water, so it just sinks.
Yeah, anything
Okay.
to get retribution.
Sure thing.
I'm going to get
Done. Ruby
Water.
comes up, Ruby walks up, having taken absolutely no damage and done no damage, really. Oh, that was easy.
The fuck were you?
Into this fight, looking at everyone. Darius has gotten his ass kicked. No one else is hurt.
I took lots of damage, but I am able to the most of the health.
Darius, what happened? Did you trip or something?
He fell in mud.
I'm okay. So Darius pats him on the shoulder. You did good. You got his attention very good.
No. He just like takes his shoulder. No.
I was going to patch you up, but if you are having trouble, then I will.
Just don't touch. Just don't. Everything hurts. Everything hurts.
Okay, I will not make it better.
Now, Darius, I believe this is what you may call something like a lesson. When you are trying to garner the attention of big mud monster, perhaps mud monster come to you, and you may not enjoy it.
When you said if you're going to die well, I did not think that you meant it was your goal.
I say.
This would not have been a good death. This monster is made of shit.
Melt mud.
Why do I get the impression we
Mostly-
just fought the creature from Dogma?
Did we just find a shit golem? Is that what that
Is
was?
that what
Mitch?
just happened?
Did we just find a shit golem?
You fought a mud
From the
elemental.
It's a mud elemental, guys. Come on.
It's a mud elemental.
The shit golem.
You keep
so
saying
far-
shit. We're gonna fight one before this red berry's over.
We have come across extreme pineapple and shit golem since we've joined this
Okay,
campaign.
but
Picture is from the elemental plane of shit.
I got its attention. For the purposes of saving the guard who was gonna die.
speaking of which, the one that they referred to as the sergeant wades his way over. Well, you take a beating pretty good.
Well, he does. We are all fine.
Did you die back there?
No, he is fine.
I need healing.
Well,
Brother, I need an apothecary. Apothecary.
Oh, man.
where does shit golem fall on the heresy chart?
Ooh, that's
The more you say it, the
Yeah.
higher it gets.
yeah.
It is an
That's
excremental.
definitely something you could make in Dark Heresy. That's definitely a Dark Heresy.
Love it. Joke. Where does this shit golem fall on the excremental roster?
Oh, that's pretty good.
I mean, Dave, you should be able to shrug it off. Look at me. I got hit by shit golem, and I am feeling fine.
I throw
You
it.
are a fancy noble man. You should.
I'd just like to inform that this is when
with
Darius's natural
the blunt end.
this is where Darius's natural 20s went tonight against him rather than for him.
I'm gonna throw. I'm throwing an axe at Valimar with blunt end. Non-lethal damage,
Okay.
just out of nowhere as he's floating. Just
Okay.
out of nowhere. I don't know.
You want to do that?
You missed.
Oh, you're lucky, because I've got the armor of Agathis still.
Doesn't it run out after it's used?
Until
for
the
an hour.
or all the hit points dissipate of it.
You would have got. You would have went unconscious.
You would have got unconscious.
Karma.
Is this happenstance that we've just been saved by a group of adventurers, or?
Darius has a difficult way dealing with things sometimes.
I think he was asking if we're just here like coincidentally. But no, we're being paid to save you
Yes, we were sent by Sergeant Etherborn.
or to retrieve your bodies.
I mean, I was about to compliment you. Now I feel a lot more awkward.
But you are alive, so we
I'm-
have to save you.
Yeah,
I'm
so we get
glad
bonuses.
you turned up when you did.
It's eyes every time Darius and him have an exchange. It's just like he's trying to do good, and Darius pulls him down. It's just
I
like,
am
oh.
really
all
conflicted
business.
by what you're all saying, but thank you. I think.
You are welcome.
You think I died for you?
You didn't die.
That thing has
It's all
been
like
chasing us
the
for the last day and a bit now. So
Why didn't you all just leave the sewer?
we tried. It kept cutting us off every time we got to an exit. It had an unnatural ability to get in and out of the walls.
Darius, did it really have that power?
Darius, actually, no. You kind of recall that it kind of swam at you.
No, I could see it. I could see.
But yeah, do with that what you will.
Oh, I am.
But
So, would you say it was like it was swimming under, or was it a floater?
God damn it. Midge, you did this.
You did this, Midge.
I
You
did.
did this.
He actually, no, he didn't. You guys did this too, Midge.
He had us fought a monster made of mud in a sewer. What else are we going to draw a conclusion to?
I mean, may have been intentional or not. You don't know. I could just.
It's
be
now.
It's canon now.
I know, Midge.
The third
I know.
member of your group that fled away, do we need to find him?
Oh no! So you see that the other two are here. He was hiding by the other, like, sort of exit of this area.
I can see him. He is hiding behind the other one.
Look,
So
we-
this is
we're trained.
of-
We're trained for gangsters who normally they're normally armed with at most a blade, not whatever the fuck that thing was.
Mud elemental.
we did also find one of your other companions, Jamie, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. What about Simon? What happened to Simon?
That we do not know.
We need to go back and find him.
According to Jamie, he managed to get out, but we have no confirmation of such.
Okay. Well,
4 out of 5 is pretty good.
we Well, thank you.
We're gonna need a cut of all of your tabards.
I'm pretty sure that they can confirm who it was that visited them here.
No,
Sergeant,
somebody
get your men.
somebody made a good point
Safety.
with Jamie. We need to cut just a swatch of everyone.
I think you need a swatch to cover your wounds as bandages.
It's all bludgeoning damage. Nothing punctured anything.
Give me a persuasion check for this guy to cut up his uniform to give you something, just in case he doesn't make it.
Yeah. Because that's coming out of his paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no. I almost died. Well, I did die for him.
Oh, for fuck, they're back.
All it took was for me critting him into the ground, and he's back with the high rolls. He looks at you and just kind of
Swatches, one from each. Yeah.
do as he says, and he just kind of rips a quarter of his tabard and gives it to you.
Yes.
And so do the other two. And in front of you as well, he's a human. The others that you've got there, one seems to be a half orc, and the other a human female.
What are all of your names?
So, I'm Sergeant Marcus. That is Derek, and we've got Amy.
I'm glad that you are all alive.
Yep, so we. I don't know how much more we could run. We were in here for a while. We thought, at a line of sight, we could see it coming when it came for us, but it just emerged from the water after we were here for about 10 minutes.
When we came in, you were in the pool with it. Why were you in the water?
It emerged from the pool, and then once it caught eyes of us, it sunk itself back in and corralled us towards the water.
Okay. It does not really explain it, but okay.
It went up, saw us, went down, came in the wall behind us. We ran this way. We were in the process of running.
Let us get you back to your sergeant.
You say it kept trying to lure you back here.
I guess it lives here.
You think there's anything in this pool here that is worth looking into?
I mean, this is a sewer, but be my guest to have a look.
Well, a creature like this choosing to live here, there may be a reason why it was choosing to live here.
It's dead, right?
I'm gonna start pulling out the radar thing. Ritual cast detect
Sure.
magic.
I just want to check. It's the corpse, if you can call it that. What occurred when it died? After it was broken apart as clay?
It broke up into these sort of frozen bits of dirt, most of it showering you, and then it crumpled into the water, and then sort of, as dirt does, either the chunks are too big for it to break down, but the bits that weren't disseminated into the water. It's now essentially just mud. And the flour landed on top of the water, and then you stepped it into the water.
Take that. Yeah, I'm gonna grind that flour on the heel. Just make sure
You
that's
think its soul is in the flour? Okay, cool. Yeah, fine.
We could have a T1000 situation going on right now.
No, this reference.
But so you're ritually casting detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody else doing anything?
How long does that take?
10
10
minutes.
Can you do that 3 times so that I may I may get better slightly?
I mean, once it's cast, or do you mean just so you can rest?
Yeah, basically. We take 30.
Short rest here, probably.
We take
anyway.
take a $5, smoke them if you got them.
Yep. You can take a break here. The guards say they're going to try and make their way out as well.
You sure you want to do that alone?
Well, you said you're
By
going to go
yourselves?
look for... You're
No,
staying
no,
down
we're
here,
taking-
right?
No, we're taking you up to confirm a couple of things. Because we need to... One, we need to confirm the number of individuals that we need to save. Because one of you apparently possibly got out. We need to confer with your sergeant. Whatever. I'm sorry. I have a concussion right now. What's his name?
Ethelbert.
Ethelbert.
Ethelbert. We need to confer with him. So, sure you want to do that alone? By yourself?
I mean, oh wait, I just thought you were still searching, and I
Right.
didn't want to stay here any much longer.
Right. Well, we're gonna take a half hour.
Fine by me.
Good. I collapse in like not the mud. I go to the like stone. The stone. I'm just gonna take a nap.
Okay.
How do I
So-
roll hit dice?
You grab them from your main page and roll them.
Right. I can use how many in a short rest? Is it just L? I can use
As many as you want.
As many as you want.
how many as I want?
Yeah, and you have as many as your fighter level.
Yeah, and you recover half every time you have a long rest.
Half rounding up. I think it's always in the favor of the individual, isn't it? It's always
No,
in the
it's
favor
always-
of the one.
5th edition always rounds down, unless it's noted otherwise.
No, it's rounds down in it is rounds down in 5e, I think.
It does.
Which also is in favor of the individual because it rounds down for enemy as well.
True.
Rounds up damage
I'll
too when you take damage.
Yep, I'll just do that because that way I'll get it back because an odd number.
Zedaar's going to take out some like wax paper, and he's just going to take like a pound or two of this mud and just fold it up and keep
Sure.
it as a souvenir.
Yeah, fine.
Why not?
Ship it somewhere far away so I can't.
So in case it needs all the parts to fully reform.
Cut to 4
Iron
episodes
Giant.
from now, where he sculpted like a miniature version of it. He's just going to place it like outside of Darius's room one day.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't.
So is anybody else doing anything?
I was also going to heal Darius, but he doesn't want to be touched. So
Just gonna nap.
There's nothing that I need to do. I am okay.
Okay.
Maybe look around. Once I have this thing dialed in, I'll be able to see if there's anything special. But a pair of eyes looking around would help.
I can do that. Zedaar will basically using the light from his shield, just gonna like walk over the water, shining it, see if there's anything in the water stuck in the mud.
So just as a reminder, with my resting system, you only need 10 minutes to do your hit die. It's 30 minutes if you want to do recover abilities and your spell slots.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the dump.
What is it for my packed magic? I get all my spell slots back on the
On a
short rest.
So that'd be the 30-minute one. So that's recover spell slots and short rest abilities. So that's the one. So that's for like warlocks. Anyone that recovers something on a normal short rest, that's 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, Cries and Sorcerer, I get nothing back on short rests, except hit die.
No, you don't.
Don't either.
As a sorcerer myself, I know that pain.
There are some alternate rules, but it's
Sorcerers can become very powerful, though, on those alternate rules. At least with this, it's like you can power yourself up in other ways. So you take these 10 minutes. So anyone that's searching this room, feel free to give me an investigation check. And we'll go from there.
Does mine count as investigation as well? Bearing in mind it'll be...
Give me an investigation so you can do it while you're doing the tech magic.
Valmir is over by the wall as far away from the water as he possibly can be.
Okay. So
both martial
Ruby,
characters.
as they're sort of roaming around the room, you're kind of a bit more stationary and a bit more of a foreman-like role. You're just assessing what everyone's doing, making sure they're doing sort of investigating good enough. And it's as that they're doing that, and Zep is walking around with his contraption. I take it you're still on top of Braun.
Yeah.
Braun is kind of waded slightly out into the water area, and you see Braun essentially his foot kick something, and you see a glisten of silver or metal. at Braun's feet.
Interesting. I believe something was found.
And also, Zedaar, in the corner of the room, you see a sort of area of piled rocks. It's a sort of an area of piled rocks where it looks like they're covering something that looks slightly off compared to the rest of the room.
Did you say something, Obi?
You said I found something, yes?
You see something below Zepp and Braun.
Braun, there's something at Braun's feet. Zepp, there's something at Braun's feet. I'm sorry.
Have a look, Braun.
Oh, yeah. He reaches down into the mud, and he pulls out, despite it's caking in absolute mud, a shining steel scimitar.
Oh, would you look at that?
Good eyes.
Very pretty.
Let me put this into the party sheet.
I guess Zedaar would be kind of pulling rocks off one by one just to see what they might be covering.
Yep. You slowly begin to pull off the rocks, and it is actually as you begin to uncover them, there seems to be something in there, and as you move more and more, you see that it is actually a grave.
There is someone buried here, but I have not found anything else.
I wanted to check. Are you completely uncovering it? Because I didn't know with Zedaar, when he realized it's a grave, is he completely unburying the buried person?
Pinned on the traditions of his people, which I am not intimately familiar with.
I will leave it up to you then.
I imagine as the cleric, he wouldn't want to disturb someone's resting place, so he would probably not look too in-depthly, but he would mention it, yes.
Yes, something is buried here.
Something or someone?
I am unsure. I have not dug up the grave enough.
So in the party sheet now, there is a +1 scimitar.
In the party sheet, there's an unidentified item.
Oh, is there? Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Usually starts.
Cool.
Actually, you know what? I guess Zedaar would probably examine just to see what might be buried here, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So these what you see there is sort of a decaying corpse, not quite skeleton, but somewhere between skeleton and zombie of what seems to be a humanoid male. You can tell that it's you can tell that there is still like a full beard. It's not decayed enough that it's lost its hair, but organs and like the eyes, for example, are gone. And they seem to be clutching something.
What are they clutching?
It seems to be a small parcel of something wrapped in twine.
I mean, taking a closer look at it, like, is it possible to just like slightly moving their hands out of the way to see what it might be wrapped in? Like,
it looks
a
to be
letter or a
burlap.
box?
It looks to be some. It looks like multiple things wrapped in like burlap.
Yeah, I feel like at that point he would just start putting the rocks back on it. No point in taking that.
Does it glow from the detect magic, or do I get the beeps?
You don't get any beeps.
Doesn't seem like much. What else did we find?
Ruby managed to find this rather impressive scimitar. It seems to be very well made, well balanced.
Can I tell if it's magical?
It's not magical because the detect magic would have would have identified that, but it seems to be very, very well crafted. It's not like this has been properly crafted out, and would essentially.
It's a masterwork weapon.
It's a masterwork weapon, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's very well made. Whoever the craftsman here should be proud. This is a fine piece.
Well, if that is all there is to find here, then we should make our way back up to the surface.
Would anyone like to use this weapon?
Could I take a look at it?
Yeah, of course.
You can just grab things from the party sheet as a reminder by dragging them from the dragon.
I could also, I could also use it as a Duke. Seriously.
He's a lovely boy.
As a note, I imagine the cask probably shouldn't be in the party loot anymore.
No, that is
Plugged up my
correct. I
glasses, you
forgot
damn
to remove
cat.
that myself.
I could use it as well. Since my only recourse for combat is a blade, whereas you have a magic, whatever it is.
Also, I believe that you
But I
tend
can.
to fight at a distance.
True. I'll give it over to you then. But I could make this sword disappear, which is quite funny. But sure, you can take it.
I could make it I could use it, which is why I want
What
it.
I mean is that if we are ever in a situation where we are all disarmed, I could make it reappear.
I cannot be disarmed.
Couldn't you do that with any weapon?
2 more levels. Not quite yet.
Just pointing out, it seems kind of. I'm gonna take this. I kind of need it as I've been.
Oh yes, you and
shown.
your incredible dice are incredibly in need of it. Okay.
All right, Mr.
Sure.
Bang Bang Shoot. God damn it, Duke.
Is that mud in the mouth right there?
Yeah. I was just gonna say,
Is it blood and a couple of teeth?
yeah. Duke, seriously, buddy.
Right now, his name is Mud.
Now his name is Duke because he demands royal treatment. That's cat.
That is agreeable. I have no objections.
Good, I've already taken it.
I make my own weapons.
I gotta check though because I get a +2 to my weapon already because I am a duelist. So if I have a single weapon, I think I get a +2.
You do.
I gotta check. That's actually even applied correctly. Because my longsword is a +4 right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's because of your proficiency and your strength or dexterity.
Well, no, I manually put in a +2 bonus because normally it's a +2.
Right, so now it would
That's
be a
my-
+3
So
with the scimitar.
no, the scimitar should be a +6 because I should have a +2. Then, or no, I should have a. What is that? I should be
5.
+2. Plus.
It's your proficiency plus your strength or dexterity plus.
Yeah,
He's
no, I'm
talking
just
about
reading
damage
it.
rolls.
I'm just reading it. It doesn't make sense because Midge, maybe you could look at it.
I'm having a
'Cause
look.
It's only applying a +1.
You
bonus
haven't
in
you
the-
haven't applied any bonuses to it.
So it should be a +2 on top of that, right? Because I have a
Because- yeah.
+2 for my duelist thing. Because if I
Yeah.
read the duelist.
So
specific
if you look at your
ability-
attack base, because you're a duelist, you should put a 2 bonus in that bonus area. and then any weapon will go on top of that. So like so when you're using your longsword, you need to set what stat, then the bonus from duelist. So if I've got your longsword open, right? So are you using strength?
Yeah.
So it'd be a strength plus the 2 from duelist plus your proficiency, and then if it was a plus
So
1
my
weapon,
longsword should be a +6.
and then if it was a plus 1 weapon,
It's be a
it should do
+7.
that. Why would it be a +6?
Because I have my proficiency in strength, and my strength is a +2, proficiency
Proficiency
+2,
plus 2.
+4 base.
You don't have proficiency to damage rolls.
You don't have proficiency.
Not
to
damage, this is attack.
Yeah, the attack
Okay.
roll, that'd be right, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right
Yeah.
now. I don't get a plus
Oh,
to
you
my
are
damage.
talking about the attack, okay.
Or-
So it's 2 from your ability.
Why is
2
it?
from
Oh no, I do. No. I do get plus to my damage. You're
Yeah,
correct.
dueling adds to damage, not to attack roll.
Yeah, damage. Yeah, you're correct. So I should add. So my scimitar should be +3 to damage on top
Correct.
of the base. So it's bonus 3. Apply that,
There you go. That seems to have changed.
and the bonus for the longsword should just stay where it is. It should have been a plus. So that should be.
And I guess while we're doing this, we're returning to Sergeant Ethelburn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I would imagine so. You've rested, recruit, and you're taking the 3 guards with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after
Actually, I guess if the guards are here, Zedaar would have asked one of them about, like,
Is it normal for people to be buried down here?
not really, but then again, some people live down here.
I also imagine the gangs like to deposit bodies down here from time to time.
I do not imagine a gang would leave a nice little rock monument like a poor burial site.
That's true.
Depends if it is one of their own or not.
I mean, especially in certain parts, less in this end of the city, but definitely under the rat runs, you have whole under-cities around there, but it's not unusual, but it's also a bit weird that it's, in the nest of a giant mud creature.
They may have been here before.
Could be. And
Have there
I'm
any,
guessing-
ever seen any large crabs down here?
not down here, but large crabs often are part of. The,
Oh, you mean Skitler?
they're native to the what's it called, the lighthouse isle.
Are we talking like not edible, like good on a plate? I'm talking.
Horse size, yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're from there.
I mean, those would still be edible. Actually, honestly, it'd be a better option.
The larger the creature, the larger it is, the less edible it is. It's like.
I would beg to differ. A horse is very edible.
So as you continue up towards the surface, you travel back probably about the hour past the moss. Any that has grown back, Ruby just ignites, and you finally get back to the din of the bustling Repri above, after once more being plunged into the darkness.
That was not so bad.
And Ruby's going to start casting prestidigitation on everybody to make them nice and clean and smell like cantaloupe.
Really?
Oh,
That wasn't
nice.
that bad? That wasn't that bad, Zedaar? You were fine. It was
Thank you very
So
much.
fine. The only thing that got bruised here, Darius, was your ego. Quite frankly, it could have used it.
No, I know for certain there's a lot more bruises.
So
She's gonna poke his chest. You sure about that?
why did we have to rip our
Don't do
tabards?
I'm going to fist bump
In case you died.
with the ruby.
But we were
think
traveling with you.
That was being a little bit too overzealous. Here, I will see if I can help this. And I'm going to cast Mend to replace the tabard. Rips.
I actually don't have
They
that spell. I'm
gleefully
sorry.
accept.
But everybody smells nice and like fruit.
Mm-hmm.
This is much better than underneath.
Yes, Benji to find all but Simon, but presumably he is still safe somewhere if he has not returned already.
Where would Simon go if he managed to get out of the sewer?
Simon
His
was
retirement?
new. Home.
Where would be this home?
You'd have to check
I think
the roster.
I think this is more of a question with the boss than it is with us at this point.
I think the question is, if he gets out alive, we still get paid for him because he was rescued.
You'd have to take that up with Guard Sergeant.
Oh, you're at the surface talking to the guard sergeant.
Yeah, I thought you were talking to the sergeant that you had with him. There's a distinction between Guard Sergeant and Sergeant. Sorry.
Okay.
I just because you said we emerged up into Retbury, and I imagine they were still waiting at the hole. So
Oh no, there's no one at the hole now.
okay, fair enough. That was me assuming. I apologize.
I know it's I should have been more clear. And yes, no, just as because I think no, none of you are from the Rhiannon Empire, so you might not know how the structure of guards work. So
I mean,
I'm not even from this continent.
no.
you specifically
Neither am I.
specifically called out the fact that my
Yes, but your accent's not Athelian, so I'm not sure with you. No, you
because I
would
cannot
probably
do a
from your
French accent.
background you would probably know.
probably have an integral knowledge
so-
of military history.
Well, the thing is, the guards aren't a part of the military. They're essentially a police constabulary in the Renian Empire, because Renian Empire doesn't
Close
have a
enough.
standing military. It uses a feud system.
Close enough.
But they have guards, sergeants, guard sergeants, and then it goes. So there's above that, but essentially, if you were running it normal military today, so it's private, corporal, sergeant, kind of. But the names they use are guard, sergeant, guard, sergeant.
This is very different to the structure we had at Kensek. Very different indeed.
It's very straightforward. You just have to. I mean,
I didn't say it was not straightforward. I said it was different.
And if you want to find out about the military structures of the Rhiannon Empire, you can go to our world, Anvil, and read up on it.
and read 30 pages
Yeah.
of background.
Of background and lore, because
Of the introduction of the
As
guard
6 people
sergeant
spent
role.
2 years writing this world.
more than that. But anyway, so yes, I'm guessing you're going back to the guard sergeant, Aethelbert.
Yeah.
Ethelbert
Okay.
is where we
So-
should go, yes.
Okay, it's not far. You're literally 30 feet from the front of the guard like post, and you go inside, and he's there behind a central desk, and he looks up and he's like, "I'm actually surprised that you're back. Well done. I did scrap out some pay." He puts a sack on the table. "Oh, Sergeant Martin, good to see that you're all actually alive. Do you guys want this?"
There's,
I take it. I take some.
there's still one missing. His comrade said that he'd possibly made his way to the surface, but we are not sure.
We've sent someone to go check his house. I wouldn't worry about them too much. You brought back
Wait,
more than we thought you'd have.
You didn't
Yes.
check their. No, never mind. No.
I would like to know, if you don't mind, if you find him. I do not like leaving soldiers behind.
I will. Are you staying at the inn?
Yeah,
I'll let Greer know.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
He goes back to his warm coffee on the desk. I'm drinking tea. It's not related.
Having
Well,
prop doesn't hurt.
thank you for what you've done. Honestly, Jamie hasn't stopped talking about you guys to the others since you went down. And I'm sure it's quite the story. What was it? Was it one of the gangs? If so, we can go launch a raid on them and try and get some vengeance.
It was a combination.
It was a
of
sentient
things.
creature made out of mud.
Well, there was a combination.
Probably mud.
Jamie was eaten by moss.
Okay.
Yes,
It was
apparently
hence
there's
the-
also
hence the skin
carnivorous
being
moss
missing.
in the sewers.
Missing all of his skin.
So we'll never traveling down there. Be careful. Make sure people have ample torch and fire. It is a
We put a marking.
Yeah,
down.
we know about that moss. It's called nursemaid's torment. Right doses, it can be used as an anaesthetic, but it also is bloodthirsty.
yeah.
Yeah,
but
he
no,
was eaten by that.
The monster was apparently a 12-foot tall man of mud.
Shit golem.
It is
Shit golem.
Excremental.
excremental.
The next Zedaar will just take out the mud that he took and show him it's like, it was made out of this.
Like, I know Retbury's not a clean place, but this is the first I've heard of sentient shit.
This is not shit. This is
It is the first time for everything.
I'm getting conflicting
We've met
reports.
some of the.
Darius,
is
some
when
of the
the
underbelly.
creature was made of. I have a piece of it here. This is not shit.
He takes
Darius, when it hit you in the face, did you manage to taste what it was made of?
It hit you in the face.
It hit you very hard in the face.
Like
it
a
was
stack
incredibly
of bricks.
amusing.
Like
Actually, what
it's
kind of
like-
armor
have
are
ever
you in?
been-
You're in like leather lamia, or what? What kind of? What?
No, I spent a lot of money on my armor. I'm
It
wearing.
helped. Fuck all.
It didn't help a lot. I'm wearing. What the hell am I wearing? I'm wearing chain, like
Okay.
just chain.
So there's no real like. Okay, no. He sees the sort of turn up like parts of your. What's
You can have broken links
gambeson.
and chain
Like the
now.
local chain. Yeah, no, there's like links of the chain stuck into your gambeson and stuff, and he's just like.
You're saying like it broke, and then the chain like actually embedded in the campus.
Yeah, because you got hit, you got critted by this thing. So
Yeah, no. I get that. I know. I get it.
And you survived. That is something to be proud of. You felt like a sack of shit, but you survived. You got back up again.
Yeah, and you held
Least
the
that-
line for the rest of us.
You're- Yeah.
You acted as incredible bait.
Yes, Falmar. Well, somebody needed to hit it, Falmar.
oh, well,
I did.
there's 200 gold for you.
Really? I didn't.
Zedaar will scoop it off the table. and start
You may not have seen it because you were at the time incredibly unconscious.
If we can rely on you for other work, there's a lot
seem
of work
remember
to be
a couple
had
of
in
Eldritch
this
Blasts
city.
missing.
I'm gonna just ignore
if
them
it
while
comes
they
with more
natter.
of these-
So I'll find you at the tavern if we need to send for you. Yes.
Yeah, sounds good.
Precisely,
We are
yes.
always looking for more things to do. We are eager to help.
Yes.
You are.
Preferably,
A
preferably
rare
things
sight
outside of the
within
sewer.
this.
But
Not everything. A lot happens in the sewers here. But
getting
I
the
can
sense
put
of
that
that.
down of your preferences. Look, there's a city on the top, there's a city below, and it's all a bit shitty in between. I don't make the rules here. It's been like that for about 100 years. It's what happens. It's the work we're dealing with. You want to go somewhere nice, go back onto the continent.
We would love that.
We're working on
if
that.
only. If
We're
only.
working. We are working towards that. It's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Much appreciatings. Thank you. Goodbye.
Just as a mechanics standpoint, you have gone up 50 in in guard favor for completing that quest, and an extra 30 for bringing the people back alive. So well done there. In terms of those, so I'll get that data added.
Problem.
How much
Problem
coin
is-
did we manage to attain
so-
from the guard?
200 total, which is for the 7-way split we do is 20 to each of us, which will leave a remainder of 60 that goes into party loot.
20?
Yes, 20 for each player, 60 into the party loot.
Where did you see that?
I'm trying to find that document. I've got like 9 accounts. There they are. So that needs to go up by 80. So you are, in theory, at a level of accepted with both the jackals and the guards.
No, the way that I voted that, it's just 60 to the party loot. It's not 80, it's just 60.
So, The guard bids Ethelbert bids you adieu, and you step back outside into the Repri streets. Darius, this is when Drake and Scumbag reappear. Scumbag is in sort of middling traveling gear with a purple sort of hue. It's like a bit frilly. He's got a what are those? He's got himself a cloak and what is that type of hat called? Where it's sort of the medieval hat style, where it's like a round thing and then has the bit that goes like down.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't think it's a hat. I think it's just a cloth, like hide covering with like a reinforced like.
If it go on head, it is head.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it's called though. Oh gosh, I used to know this.
I know Vernon Roach wears it inside of Witcher, The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 3. He's got that head.
A chaperon.
Gear
It's
on.
a chaperon. Yeah, he's got like a purple chaperon and looks kind of like. Imagine someone's impression of like a bard. It like.
Okay.
But
I gave him a
worse.
decent amount of coin.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, no, I gave him a decent amount of coin. Okay, what's his name again?
What's Scumbag's actual name?
Yeah, what's
Donovan.
his actual name?
Donovan.
Donovan. Okay.
You haven't
so it
asked for
comes
his
up-
last name yet, but
I don't care. This isn't for politeness. You'll see. He's being punished. So he shows up. Did they say anything?
Drake's like, Drake's put us up. I brought him with here, boss. This is the clothing. We went with Minstrel. They had 3 options.
It works. It works. I do like an inspection kind of thing, limping.
Just limping.
I don't acknowledge that I am in pain in front of my underlings. But kind of look them up and down.
You're clearly in pain.
I think I should be able to roll in it. Something. Die. Whatever.
Performance
Go
check.
for it. Deception.
Yeah, performance check.
Deception check.
Deception? Are you sure not performance?
Deception
Not sure?
check.
Okay.
you got slapped about quite hard. It's deception.
What I am going to use
7.
thaumaturgy to make a sound of pain emanate from right behind.
So there is just a sound
As I
that
feel my
as
bones scrape together.
Darius's mouth doesn't move, but you hear from behind him.
Not a lot of pain in that sound, but okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, look up,
He
look him
enjoys
up and
it.
down. Yeah, look him up and down, and then well, you clean up quite well, and look the part of one of my retinue. Good job, Donovan. And I I pat him on the shoulder.
I need to roll something. I rolled a 4. Donovan just kind of
So just start crying.
and a small tear rolls down his cheek. It's fine.
It's okay. It's okay.
And that's all you get from him. He's unable to muster words.
It's okay. It's like a reassuring pat. It's okay.
He kind of, every time your hand touches, he kind of like grips it a little bit. Eyes closed.
Creepy.
He's being punished.
Okay.
Zedaar is dumbfounded. Zedaar just kind of leans into whoever's sitting next to him at this point and just says,
Does punished mean in common what I think it means?
I think we have established that Darius does not use words very much correctly.
Just wait.
I think he has made his career in getting hit in the head a little too long.
This retribution will be biblical.
Does it so well, though.
It is quite fascinating to watch, if I'm being honest. I am very interested and invested in this. It is,
I
There's just-
appreciate you.
Thank you.
it is like when you have traveling minstrels come to keep, and they put on play and put on performance. It is quite interesting in that kind of way. I'm interested to see where this leads.
I'd like to just say, imagine Darius just sits down at a table, just doing the thing where he's just like he's looking menacingly forward and just.
What the heck is with this camera?
Your camera.
Is working perfectly when he's doing that. It's just 10.
I actually completely fine with Darius doing this.
Oh no! The simulation, my great simulation of Roach has stopped working. The simulated DM.exe has broken.
What happens?
You're still broken. Look on the stream, buddy. Open the stream.
I can't open the stream without my internet crapping out.
Yeah,
What's
no.
happening?
The simulation is basically your camera is just doing this as as the screen slowly tears more and more, as if an SCP was like looking at a camera. It's
All right, give it a second.
Somebody please
I mean,
click that.
that's on recording for all good measure and posterity. That
it's
will.
gone.
That's
I love it. I wish you kept it going.
Just
No,
like,
I have-
as you said, you were doing this. It's just like Darius started dancing.
No, that's not what I referenced. That was not what I was referencing. But okay, whatever.
I feel.
So, like, it is like a traveling minstrel performance. It was phenomenal.
No, I was saying Darius is just menacingly on the table, just staring and smiling like that.
Donovan just. I don't know what I've done to deserve all this, but thank you.
Don't worry about it.
His little
fine.
broken teeth sort of chattering on his lip.
If you would please, I would like a meal and some drink, if you would, and get yourself something too. And I hand him a full gold piece.
How many hits you have?
Happening again.
Do you want it right here, or do you want me to just set up a table at the tavern? He's broken again
Yes.
with a. I'm gonna have to stop him. Because
I can't do anything.
no, please
I
turn off
can't-
your camera right now. It's an awful.
Yeah, we don't want that one sticking around. That
I
is a
can't do
decision We
anything.
shouldn't make.
Oh dear, no.
Weird thing is, my internet's not using anything. I've got nothing
I
going
think
on.
your webcam is having a malfunction.
No, because it's all fine. It was fine on my screen. It's totally fine on my screen.
Oh
The
my
weird thing.
lord. Oh shit.
Twitch, that was not intentional.
No,
I
yeah, I
promise,
need
please don't.
I need to say that was a technical error. Please do not ban us before we even get affiliates. It's
I don't know what's going on.
your camera was just stuck doing a masturbation movement. Was all I will say.
He's whacked out, though.
Yeah, true. It's but anyway. Webcam failure. Webcam failure. Are you guys heading back to the tavern? What are you doing?
Yes.
We're there eating and I guess resting.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh, I'm crying. It hurts.
Yeah, I know that.
I have no control over it.
And therefore, as the party gather themselves after exiting the sewer once again, I'm going to call it for tonight's episode. Technical difficulties in, and we're what, 4 minutes from the 8 minutes from the end. Is there anything you guys want to do quickly? If not, we'll roll over to next week. Okay, well then, guys, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode 2 of the Elendor Chronicles. We will be back same time next week on next Monday, hopefully with the full cast with us this time. But other than that, have a good time zone wherever you are, and we will see you all next week. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Goodbye there.